Hey guys, I'm Mike, and these are my buddies, Jacob and Matt,
Hey,
Oh, hi.
and we're about everything, a podcast featuring only best friends in this podcast show of sorts. Each of us takes turns hosting an episode. But what's so special about that? You're wondering. Well, the host holds the power to choose the topic of choice, and today I hold that power after being gone for so long off this podcast. But don't worry, guys, we're still around. We're back. Things are going to be getting back to normal. And speaking of normalcy, let me just start this off by asking, how are you guys, Jacob and Matt? How you doing? How's it going?
I'm doing good.
I'm dead.
Mhm.
Just
And
spent
you're dead,
I
Good to
spent
be
the
back.
last half an hour fixing OBS, so this could work.
and it's still the same.
No, it's not, because I can see who the fuck's talking at all times, and we're missing part of the background decorations.
Yay! Also, yes, guys, we got a little bit of an update. I have a new microphone. Jacob's going to be getting a new microphone here soon, and yeah, our background's going to kind of change a little bit for you guys, and yeah, we're just trying to make updates to the podcast and make it better for you. So
So Mike's
yeah,
like, microphone, microphone. Me, I built a fucking computer.
I'm sorry. I'm a caveman. I'm a simpleton. I don't need a lot. You
I
know.
don't either, but it keeps my feet nice and cold.
Yeah, because of the fans, your legs are
I'm not even
frozen.
kidding. I there's a radiator in here and everything, whole 9 yards. I turned this thing on for the first time, and it felt like someone put an AC under my damn computer. It was great.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, man, I wish I fucking had that too, man. Because I get hot
I
real
I
easy.
like to be cold.
Me too.
Dude, that's why I need to find some way to have the window open without having the window open. Be great right now.
Oh, we've been gone for so long, you guys.
About four
Crazy.
months, maybe five.
About maybe 4 or 5 months. Damn. Yeah. But there's just been a lot of stuff going on. If you're from Dream Battles, we've been very busy with War versus Doomslayer. On our channel, Dream Battles, which yes, I do say it's our channel. We've also been stream gaming. So if you want to go and watch me play Doom and Darksiders, consider going to the link down below in the description to the Dream Battles channel and stick around for when we stream. Sometimes Jacob and Matt like to hop on there now and then and talk, and yeah, it's been going really good. So if you like us, consider going to our channels and subscribing. So yeah.
Woo.
Uh, is there anything else you want to talk about, Matt, in terms of how you're doing? Anything new or anything you want to share with the audience after a while?
Just
Anything at
letting you
all?
guys know, building computer worthwhile. It's adult Legos. Yeah, that's about it. Except for the fact
Okay.
that I fucking hate winter.
I'm just glad. I probably shouldn't say anything or it will happen. I'm glad there's no snow at the moment
Hey, Mike,
where I'm at
guess what I
all.
was doing this morning?
Snowing.
Snowing
Yeah,
It
it
was
wasn't where I'm
raining
at.
last night.
like
Yeah.
bitches. Had to the
Yeah.
rain, then it snowed. It's
But
apparently supposed to snow again.
when January and February come, it will snow. I guarantee it. Because February for me is like usually the worst month for snow. That is a bitch. I usually don't like February, even though it's the month of love.
I'm gonna
But
sidetrack from this. Jacob, you send me that one more time, I'm gonna stab the fucking shit out of you.
Oh, oh,
There is a reason why I haven't watched either Willy Wonka or Charlie and Chocolate Factory in 10 fucking years. It's because the songs get stuck in my goddamn
oompa,
head.
doopity doo. Oompa, oompa, doopity doo.
Oh, Jacob, how are you, buddy? How you doing?
Well, for the past 4 months, it's been pretty hectic. Um,
Yep.
I'm out of a crappy relationship. Uh,
Mhm.
Um, I am in this community looking for a job. They've been helping me a lot.
Okay.
Have you just tried OnlyFans?
I guess I say it's good to be back in the podcast.
Yeah, it does feel pretty good. Feels really great. Now, Jacob, would you like to tell them about your WWE live events that you went to? Because that's a pretty big deal. Like, I've always wanted to
Oh
go to
yeah,
one. I never went to one.
in last month, I went to a live event like I did last year, and I saw a lot more wrestlers than last time. I got to saw Cody Rhodes. I did the Woe thing. It was
Uh,
cool.
yeah.
Um, I saw Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, LA Knight. Yeah.
Is Drew McIntyre like a really big dude?
Yes,
I
he
bet.
is.
I
Pretty
bet
much
he's
almost
fucking
every
huge.
guy there is fucking huge. Even LA Knight, he was fucking gigantic in person.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Um, the women were great. Charlotte Flair was, I gotta say, she was like, oh, I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, between those two live events, I like the second live event there last
Awesome. Fantastic. And hopefully you'll go to one next year, an even better one than this one. Be cool. Who's a wrestler in that you really want to see the most?
I really want to see Big Show in
Big
person.
Show. I don't know if he
Yeah.
wrestles anymore, especially in AEW. Is he just kind of there? Or?
He does commentary.
Mm,
It's weird
um,
hearing his voice on commentary.
I bet it is.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Cover. Oh. He kicks out at 2. Ugh, ugh. And he does. And it's one of the, he does commentary with Mark Henry,
Oh, that's really cool. I think that's cool. All
and they
right.
flirt with each other. It's funny.
So in terms of how
Sexy
I'm
chocolate.
doing, um, boy, it's been very interesting. I got a brand new microphone and I'm in love with it. I recently went shopping again, got myself a Mogami cable, I believe is what it's called. And boy, that those guys were right. It changed my mic by like a fuck ton. I got a new stand, which I have mixed feelings about it. I just wanted to really try it out and see if I liked it. So far, I'm kind of iffy about it because I don't feel like I have the freedom. I thought I had more freedom with that kind of microphone stand that
I
like
was about to
has like
say
a spring
you're on a
system.
boom now, aren't you?
Yeah, it's like a weird boom like spring thing, and I
Yeah,
I don't know
it
if I
takes a
liked
while to
it.
get used to.
Well, yeah, and I never know where to put my microphone. It feels more limited.
Up your
Whereas with the last
nose,
one, I could just. Whereas with the
literally
last
right under
one,
your
which
nose.
Jacob's getting, um, and whereas with the last one, which Jacob is getting, I could just kind of move it freely at will. And also, can we just say that these fucking pop filters, they need to fucking do something different with them because they're fucking annoying.
That's why
And
I'm glad mine's internal. It's in the microphone. I don't need one.
yeah, I'm thinking about getting something like that because I don't like this setup with the because I can't attach it to my stand. I was able to attach it to my last one, but even then that was a pain in the ass. And um so I think I'm gonna look into something else in terms of a pop filter because I do feel like I need it
Do,
to
do,
make my
do, do
audio
me a
just a little
favor.
better.
We'll test this right now. Take that pop filter, move it, and say pop.
Pop, pop.
I don't really notice a difference with it
You really
without
don't?
it. No.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. But I'm gonna
I
put it
broke
right in
it.
front of there anyway. Because and well, in the past when people would complain about my audio, my T's, my P's and stuff, boy, they would just kill the ears and I could hear it. So I always there was a time where I put a sock over my microphone. You guys remember that?
You know how many people do that though because it just works?
Yeah. And I was like putting towels under my mic and all kinds of shit. I was doing everything I could to improve my
So you're
audio
saying I
because
should take one of my checkered socks, just put it on my microphone?
I guess.
All right, I'll do it. I'll be back.
Yeah. But I've been trying to fix my audio for a long time because I'm really good at editing and all that stuff, but I suck at audio. I'm not an audio guy. I'm not good at it. Not good at it at all. Matt's the audio guy. He knows way more about that than me, and I can't wrap my fucking head around it. I've been fucking with the settings on my mic, especially the streams, where God, that's been a fucking nightmare. I think I got it finally, but Jesus. But in
Mike,
terms of go ahead.
at least you did not have to rebuild your entire recording setup, software wise,
Yeah,
twice.
yeah, but that's because I'm simple and I don't get a
The
computer.
sad thing is, it's simple too. It's just all the fucking filters on the microphone.
Yeah. I mean, I got a new iPad early this year. I got a new iRig recently, got a new stand, got a new mic early this year, got a new cable, got a new pop filter. I'm upgraded.
He's got new
That's great so far.
eyes. That's what he
Yeah.
got. All the eyes.
I'm loving it so far. And I can't wait to use it for our upcoming episode, War versus Doomslayer.
Mm.
I think that's gonna be pretty fucking awesome. So in terms of how else I'm doing, job fucking sucks right now. It's getting worse actually,
Yeah,
and
that's the opposite. Mine's slowly starting to get better.
yeah, mine's getting worse, and I don't feel good at work. Not comfortable at all.
How do you feel
Um,
about lubing things? I got a job for you.
I do lube things actually, believe it or not.
No, that's just the name of the machine I run. I need a replacement
Oh yeah,
so I can go to
I'm
CNC.
okay.
Lubes actually aren't that bad.
Yeah,
You
I'm
just
okay.
walk a lot.
The problem is the reason I'm not leaving is because it's so fucking hard to get a job. And everywhere I've
I can
looked,
agree.
they want somebody with a college degree, a medical degree for some fucking reason, some kind of special driver, or it's just like Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? So
Yeah, because I'm gonna get a medical degree to get paid like $3 an hour.
it's so fucking stupid. Yeah, it's just dumb. And it's just hard to get a job. It's like people have hired signs up, but in reality, they actually don't want to hire anybody. They are obligated to have them up because
Right.
they have to, and it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, trust me, I know. I was supposed to
Yeah.
get 4 operators this year on my shift. None of them showed up.
Yeah. But okay. So coming back to where about everything, we're gonna start off with crossover versus battles part two.
But it's part
Oh.
3.
And the reason we're starting with versus is because on the Dream Battles channel, I'm gonna tell you guys to go check this out. And what better way to get you guys over here than with some good old versus battles? Am I right? So we're gonna do what we did
Wait,
last time.
wait,
If you guys want to know,
Wait.
okay.
No. Can we call this one the irrelevant sequel?
Do you guys want to talk about the whole Death Battle Goku versus Superman crap?
Yes,
quick?
I'd love to.
Do you want to?
I'd
Okay.
love to.
Yeah,
Who wants to go first? Who wants to go first?
First off,
I love how they made parts 1 and 2 completely irrelevant. They don't fucking exist anymore, technically.
Mm-hmm.
It's a warm feeling that they did 2 episodes and now they just don't care anymore. Even though I still haven't seen the 3rd one.
I will talk about why here in a little bit. But I want to know your thoughts.
Is it because they actually made Goku powerful?
Well, the thing that happened was, and Ben actually was man enough to put this up as a post. Because a lot of people are calling it Goku vs Superman 3, which I totally get. I totally understand. I even called it part 3, but Ben wanted to clarify that this is not a part 3, that this is a complete remake, and that they are revisiting the entirety of the topic because they have a new team and all that shit, and they just want to do a refresher since things have changed, and and now that they've given Goku actual time to become more powerful than last time. You guys remember how only a few months later they just did Goku vs Superman 2,
Mhm.
and he just achieved Super Saiyan Blue. And there wasn't even enough time to understand the god forms or anything. There was no feats, and they just fucking did
So,
it.
so you mentioned a new team, but they still need someone to make better thumbnails.
Exactly. But the thing is he also was man enough to admit that Superman's not limitless. So I and so the way I feel about this episode, I might as well say it since I'm talking. I think this was needed. I think it needed to happen. I know people that were total assholes about the episode happening again because they just said, "Well, it's just gonna be the same fucking thing again."
It's
And
me.
spoilers, we did get the same winner. Yeah, but the way they approached it this time, I liked it a lot more. I really liked the way they did the rundowns more. I just and they didn't just outright state that, well, Superman's just unfair and limitless and nobody can beat him and all that stupid shit. They actually compared and made legit arguments on both sides, and it was a closer fight than they admitted. You know, it was a much better fight, and the animation was top notch, of course. And I think that's another reason they did it too, because it's like, man, the animations in those were just not good, and it needed the update. And the only problems I had were the not so much the research they did, because I mean the math is of course fucking stupid, but um like just the energy of Wiz and Boomstick was very off. It was very boring and bland. I mean, they even repeated a joke and it just wasn't as funny as it was in the original, because the way the guy who plays Boomstick delivered it was just like, I've done this joke before. And so it just didn't feel fresh in that regard. But overall, I really did like this, and I think it was needed just because I think they needed to, like, what's that fucking word I'm looking for? They need to make up for their mistakes, is what they did, and this was their redemption of sorts, and it was much better. And I got a little more respect this time after that episode. Um, I think I feel more relieved than I used to, because I used to really shit on Death Battle because of that second episode they did. Just the utter bullshit. And I think after so long of getting shit on, I think they were just like, we need to make up for this because people are still talking about it. They're still shitting on us. And we can clearly see that we made a huge mistake. So that's how I feel about it. And I did like it. I mean, I like that battle anyway. Um, I mean, it's a battle that I really just respect. And I mean, it is the most debated battle of all time, as we've discussed many times before. Um, and when you have the biggest versus show of all time, regardless of how you or I feel or anything, it's a big deal when they do that battle. That's a fucking huge deal. So, I mean, of course, there's going to be hate, because when you have a title like most debated battle of all time, there's going to be negativity. And I expected that. So, but otherwise, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. What do you guys think? I hear the rest of your thoughts.
Well, I've never seen the episode still, so I can't really say much on it myself. I just like the controversy that they said the first two episodes don't even exist anymore,
Oh my
and
god,
people were
those titles
kind of
are.
pissed, but kind of right.
I mean, I understand why they did that though, because it's like these are irrelevant. These are wrong.
Right.
This is what it should be, and I respect that they did that, and I like that they did that. I thought that was really good. I mean, they're still acknowledging the last two, and by stating that the first one is their original classic, which that's a good title. But the second one, I just love, Irrelevant Sequel, which I'm glad that they acknowledged that. Yeah, that video was a waste of fucking time.
Right.
So good on
We're
their
proud
part,
of you
honestly.
guys. You did
And
good.
I got so mad when people were shitting on it, because I was like, "Are you guys making moi, Mike G, back up Death Battle? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? Come on, don't make me back him up." God, that made me so
Back that
mad.
shit up, Mike.
Man, I was upset because I'm like, you guys are making me back up these guys I've shit on. Like, are you making me back them up? Because if I was in their shoes, I would be thinking the same way. You know, that's kind of like how I want to remake my first 4 episodes, and I just want people to kind of forget about the first 4 because they're irrelevant and pieces of shit. And I mean, you guys understand, you know, you want to update things. I mean, they are people after all.
Are they though? Are they people?
People with the ambition to make money, but still people.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're still people. Jacob, what did you think? I want to know your thoughts
I like the animation.
on it. Mhm.
Animation was a lot better. I like the voice acting. I like the Superman act.
I don't like the Superman model though. I think they could have done some else with the
Yeah, they could
model.
have used a better model.
Yeah, agreed. Goku looked great. And can we just say that fucking Kamiha scene was just amazing? I think that was the best
Yeah.
part of that whole fight. I I usually don't rewatch parts too much on Death Battle. I think that part got me so fucking excited. I was just like, I gotta rewatch this over and over again. Just that little part right there where he's like, "Come." It was just, and it was a good voice actor. So props to them for just doing epic screams, and it was way better than the last guy. I mean, come on, the guy from Abridged. Why would you have used him in the first place? It's so stupid. That was such a bad idea, but they made up for that, and it was much. What else did you want to say, Jacob, about the episode?
Um, Nothing else. I think they did a much better job than in 2.
Mhm.
I still like the first one, but I gotta say it was a big step up.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there are things about the first one I like more. I do like the I do like the commentary of Wisdom Boomstick in the original much more. There's more energy and character, whereas with this, it doesn't feel like
Gods
they're.
and a talking cat, but mostly gods.
Yeah, that's the joke I'm talking about. In the new one, Boomstick goes, "And a talking cat, but mostly gods," and it's like, oh god,
He's so monotone.
he's very monotone. I don't know if it's because he's getting older or what
Dude's
happened.
probably barely in his fucking 30s.
I don't know. I don't
I
know
have more
what's
energy
happened.
and I work in a fucking axle factory.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
full of
trust me,
piss and
guys.
vinegar and fucking
Yeah.
Dr.
You
Pepper.
you guys will find out in War versus Doomslayer just how energetic Matt is.
95% of
Seriously.
that script is
Well, you already
me.
know how energetic I can.
It's gonna be great. By the way, I didn't say this yet. So a huge update in Dream Battles in terms of you know how the videos are gonna be now. It won't be just me anymore. We're
It's
going with the
3 of
kind.
mines.
It's going to be kind of a death battle approach where I have 2 sidekicks or co-host of sorts, and it's going to be Jacob and Matt.
He told you this
And
first, didn't
also, I am no longer going to be Mike G anymore on Dream Battles. I'm just going to be Mike. So it's going to be Mike, Jacob, and Matt. So that's the change that's
Thank God
happened. But
we
don't worry,
scrapped
I'll
the
still
other
be the
idea.
same. I'll still be the same. It's just now there's going to be Jacob and Matt in the episodes. So,
It might be a
and
good
hopefully you
thing.
guys love it.
It might be a very
Yeah, it'll be
bad
great.
thing.
No,
One way to
no,
find
it won't be
out.
bad. Trust me, it won't be bad. It won't be bad. I think people are gonna love it. All right. So moving on from Goku versus Superman, we did a first part on crossover battles. And
which
if you
we'll put
guys
in the
want to,
description.
yep, as always. Now, if you guys want to know about how we got into battles and everything, go watch that. You know, go watch that episode. You'll know our stories and everything. This is a continuation, but this time I'm gonna host it, and I have battles lined up for us to talk about. So
Fuck.
let's go with our first one, shall we? It is going to be Jiren from Dragon Ball versus the Sentry from Marvel Comics. So, who would like to start?
I say you should start because I don't know who the fuck the Sentry is.
Okay. So the Sentry is basically Marvel Superman. He was a guy named Robert Reynolds who took a super soldier serum of sorts, but it did something to him. It made him from a mere man into a god-like being. This guy has a fuck ton of powers. He has the power of a million exploding suns. Um, he can essentially like control matter. He can fly. He has crazy super strength, and he can manipulate energy and emit light and stuff. He has one of the most insane healing factors in all of Marvel. He doesn't really die because he just resurrects instantly, and he has a darkness within him called the Void. It is his second counterpart, and if the Void is to unleash, it can essentially destroy the entirety of the Marvel universe. But the Sentry would eventually merge the Void and himself together into his most pure form, which is way more powerful. Um, yeah, this dude is so fucking OP that he just tosses Thor around like it's nothing, right? Like he just kind of bitch slaps Thor. Thor can't even really contend with this guy. Um, the Hulk, the only way the Hulk could have contended with him was during the uh War World Hulk event, right? And he wasn't in his world breaker state or anything, but it was the only way he could at least contend, and it was a standoff, but that's pretty nuts considering that the Hulk has to be at such a level of rage to even contend with this fucking guy. This guy took down Asgard in one fucking blow, which Asgard was in Oklahoma at the time. Um, yeah, and when we thought he was dead after Siege, it turned out he wasn't dead. He was just dying and resurrecting inside of the sun over and over and over again. So yeah, the Sentry is essentially like one of the most powerful Superman-like characters in Marvel. I would argue he's the best one. I think he's most interesting.
So,
He has mental issues and stuff. And
okay.
go ahead.
Literal godlike being versus Jiren, which I know Jiren's pretty fucking powerful.
Yeah.
But remember,
Oh, go
Goku
ahead.
beat his ass still.
Yeah. 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 You're right. You're right.
And
Now,
if Sentry is similar to technically Superman, technically in Junction, Jiren still loses.
yeah. The Sentry can also absorb energy. He actually reversed the Molecule Man's reality warping effects onto himself, and so that's how he killed Molecule Man. He essentially died, and then he resurrected immediately and turned his powers against him. Like the Sentry is fucking OP. Now, now it's not to discredit Jiren because the dude is powerful enough to shake an entire infinite space by just walking. So, I mean, the dude is like fucking
Right.
stupid
Dude's fucking
powerful.
strong, and if I'm correct, didn't he just walk through hits time deletion?
I
What it
think so.
was?
Now, sadly, on my end, I haven't watched all of Super, and I need
Oh
to.
no, that's the
But
one thing I know truly about Jiren. He just like, oh, hits like time deletion. He's like, okay.
it took Ultra Instinct to fight him, but then after Goku lost Ultra Instinct, it took him and Frieza together to even stand a chance
Right.
against Jiren. Fucking
But I don't
crazy.
think Jiren can take on a godlike being and survive at all.
Yeah. And now it's not to say the Sentry is limitless or anything. I mean, he is fucking crazy. Now I will say if the Void emerges, I think Jiren's fucked. And I
Right.
think if the Sentry enters his all true form where he merges them together, I think he's double fucked. So, but if we're talking about just Sentry in his normal base form, traditional golden Sentry, I think it's closer, but I think I'd have to still go with Sentry, although I do think Jiren has the martial arts advantage. So, and this dude is stronger than Gods of Destruction, so he's no fucking joke. But I think I'm gonna go with Sentry. I think I'm gonna go with Sentry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sentry.
I've
Yeah.
already stated
Yeah,
my
me
case. I think I'm going to go Sentry as well.
indeed. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay, now this was actually brought up to me during one of my streams, and I actually really wanted to talk about this. I think this one's interesting. Samus Aran versus Master Chief. Now, we've done Ridley versus Vilgax. We know plenty about Ridley. I had briefly talked about Samus and everything. Now, to be fair, to be as fair as possible, we're not using Phazon or the Phazon suits. Now I have not played other not other M. What's the new one called? Metroid Dread. I
Dread.
have not played Metroid Dread. So I'm not sure if that one's unfair or plausible to put up against Master Chief. But when I'm thinking of Samus, I'm thinking of just classic Samus, in Metroid Prime
So
or
Varia suit
you know,
Samus, just stock
yeah,
bones.
just Varia suit. Yeah, just classic orange, red,
So
gold.
this is where Matt's gonna poke a hole real quick.
All right, go
Varia
ahead.
suit resists extreme temperatures.
Hmm.
So that means any plasma based weaponry is pretty much null.
Yep. Agreed. Agreed. We have to also consider that Samus operates in, I believe, if I can recall from memory, because my memory's garbage, 960 times gravity.
And I don't know what the halo that the literal halo's gravity is.
Yeah, I don't know as much about Halo, but I don't think he's withstanding fucking 960 times gravity compared to Earth's.
No.
I mean, Samus, if she was on Earth, dude, I think she could contend with like Hulk.
Just in
I
speed alone, she could
dude, her
contend
speed
with a
would be,
lot.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if Chief can do that. Now Chief does have luck on his side, which I don't know how that's a power, but fiction.
Wait, luck? What?
Yeah, apparently he has the power of luck.
Who the
He has
fuck
luck
said
on his.
this?
It's in Halo. I don't
I
know.
want
I
this
don't.
shit in writing. I want evidence.
Yeah, I mean, all the rundowns I've seen of Chief, they always bring up his luck, and it's like, okay, he has the power of luck or something, but I don't know,
Dude,
man.
if he
It's
has the
fucking
power
weird.
to luck that, then I have the power of fucking Cheetos and Mountain Dew. Fuck.
But the thing is even despite him having luck on his side, I just don't know if his suit and even if his skills are superior in martial arts or whatever, I don't think his speed can even contend. I don't know if his
I don't even
armor
think
can
Master
stand up.
Chief can swim. Samus can go on
No,
water. Master Chief fucking can't, apparently.
really? I didn't know
Well, in
that.
any game, you jump in the water, he fucking dies instantly.
I've never played Halo, so I don't know.
I never played Halo.
I had an Xbox as a kid near the end of my childhood. Okay,
I
Halo
had an
2 was
Xbox,
life.
but I never played Halo. I had the Xbox 360, but I was just getting games that
Good. That were
interested
good.
me. Yeah, like I played Darksiders for the first
I,
time on Xbox, and
we all know how that went.
and
Darksiders
so
fan for life.
if there's any Halo fans that are screaming, I'm not a Halo expert. I
Neither
mean,
am
I've seen
I.
rundowns. Oh
Neither.
God, what was that? There was this YouTube AI Central, which he has great videos. He did an amazing in-depth rundown on Master Chief. I need to watch that again because it was a really good video. It was Boba Fett versus Master Chief, and he did a fucking stellar job. But I just cannot see Chief standing up to Samus. And plus, I mean, her plasma-based weaponry and crazy shit. I don't know if Chief can deal with it, man. I think it's too much. Yeah. And I think Samus's technology is better too.
What? No, I just got a really stupid thought. Please continue.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and I'm not saying that Master Chief isn't athletic or fast. Samus can morph into a literal ball, so
You
her
had to
body just
fucking
like
mention it.
contorts.
So,
Yeah,
so no, no. This,
her
this.
body like contorts.
No, I got a real fucking stupid idea before you said that. What if she turns to a morph ball and then Master Chief just punts her ass?
I
'Cause
was
I heard
I
he's
was gonna
really
say
fucking strong, so he just
I was gonna
soccer
say, do you
kicks her
think she's
ass.
gonna go like Sonic the Hedgehog and just bounce off of him? Doing, doing, doing,
No,
doing, doing.
I was talking about she
Hey,
fucking
hey.
turns into a morph ball and he just fucking soccer kicks her ass across the battlefield and she comes back at him.
Yeah, I mean that sounds kind of cool actually. I'd like to see something like that, but I think I'm gonna go with Samus. I'm gonna go
Oh
with
fuck.
Samus Aran.
I got
Yeah.
Samus because I think even Samus without the various suit, just in speed wise, could take his ass out.
Now, I do know there is an AI that Master Chief has. She has a particular name,
Cortana.
Cortana. But does
Yeah,
Cortana
she flirts
compare?
with him.
Does she compare to Samus's technology scanning capabilities and trying to find
Cortana is
weaknesses? And
literally a navigator, to my knowledge.
really,
That is
Okay.
literally it.
Like Navi from Zelda.
And
Except for not
so
as annoying and very
and
hot.
so
Wait,
does
listen.
she trying to find various weaknesses? Is that what she does?
I don't think so. I
Cortana?
think she's literally like, go dare. Go dare. Go dare. I
Go
haven't played
not the
fucking
way,
Halo in
please.
forever, dude. Her
Dude,
character could have changed after Halo 3.
um it's very possible that we could visit this on Dream Battles. It's a possibility. But for now, we're just gonna go with Samus Aran. I would give you guys a far better answer if I did a lot of research, but for now, Samus Aran. I'm going with Samus myself. Jacob,
Yeah,
what
I'm
do you
going with
think?
Samus. I think the Zero Laser take out
Yeah,
Master Chief.
yeah. And plus in Metroid Dread, if we were to include it, I mean, she can now turn invisible. She has a lot of similar abilities to what she used to have, and now she has like a super form or something. Like she went fucking Super Saiyan against like her father.
Her
Spoiler
father
alert.
was a
Yeah.
bird man.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Samus. Yeah. Alrighty. You guys want to move on to the next one?
Onward,
Yeah.
minion.
All right, this is a battle that a lot of people want to see on Death Battle very badly. This is Bugs Bunny versus Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
To go
Which
first.
Mickey Mouse are we talking?
Just whatever you want. I don't know.
Epic
I don't know
Mickey
how we're going to
wins.
talk about it. I don't know
He
how we're
has
going to talk
thinner
about
on his side. He can get bugs high as fuck.
I think Bugs Bunny will win.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had
Bugs
to.
Bunny.
I'm gonna have to give it to Bugs.
I think the Toon Force is just powerful of bugs. When have you seen Mickey flatten into a pancake? Never.
So,
Probably the
So-
modern Mickey Mouse cartoon.
yeah, we don't talk about
So-
modern Mickey though.
and so the first thing I was going to bring up right away was Toon Force. And even if I don't know why people do this, but they argued that Bugs Bunny's Toon Force wouldn't work in Disney, which is fucking stupid.
It's a cartoon, is it
Um,
not?
It's a cartoon. I mean, Bugs can literally
His Toon
manipulate
Force
his own.
works in live action. It can work. in
Yeah,
Disney.
exactly. I mean,
Yeah,
look at fucking.
And the other thing about Bugs is he can literally manipulate the story as he goes. I mean, we've seen him literally fuck with Daffy by drawing out environments, erasing him and shit. And okay, let's just say that we composite everything just for the fuck of it, right? We look at it as a whole, which is fucking nuts because now you've got like cosmic absurdity of power, like just fucking ridiculous. So, and so with Mickey, we have the magic of Fantasia, we have Kingdom Hearts, we have Epic Mickey with his brushes, we have his Toon Force, which I think his Toon Force is lackluster.
It is.
Even if there
very.
are impressive feats of durability and stuff, it's nothing compared to Bugs Bunny.
Has he
we look
stopped
at
a
Bugs
double
Bunny-
barrel shotgun with fingers? No, he has not.
Now, the other thing with Bugs, which I don't know, now, by the way, I don't know every composition of these characters, but with Bugs Bunny, there was a point where he had the powers of Superman. He can literally become the editor, so he can essentially warp reality by becoming the editor. That's reality warping, I think. Fuck, what else can he do? There's a lot of shit he could. Both of these guys can do a lot of shit if you're using composite versions, right? Just combining them all together, which let's be honest, Death Metal would totally do
Okay.
something like that.
Since we're on this topic real quick, I'm gonna go on a really dumb tangent.
Go
Mike knows this tangent because it was a recent Death Battle episode. How the fuck does Scooby Doo weigh 300 pounds? A Great Dane weighs
dude.
upwards of like 130 to 150.
Have you seen how much Scooby and Shaggy eat though?
But their
Like, those
metabolism
guys
makes it where they don't gain weight.
yeah, but
Yeah.
like
They're so
yeah, but like
scared they get hungry, then they run
yeah,
it
but the
off.
food is inside of them all the time though. Like they have food in them
That
constantly.
man would not be a normal sized Great Dane. He'd be a super Great Dane.
Well, it is also a cartoon.
No,
I
I
don't
don't
know,
because if he's 300 pounds, how can Fred, Shaggy, and even Velma carry that fat motherfucker?
That's true. Yeah.
Velma's
yeah,
a telltale on this one, motherfucker.
Even Daphne, I think, has carried Scooby.
Yeah, so if he's 300
yeah, they-
pounds, then they're fucking
Dude,
not
they made a
human.
joke
Dude, holy shit.
they
That
made a
means
joke in that
that
one
means
thing.
even the weakest member of that group
It's fucking
can lift
superhuman.
can lift way over 300 pounds. Like over 1,000, perhaps.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's pretty crazy to think about.
Sorry, the necessary side tangents. We're talking about cartoons.
Okay, so let's talk about Epic Mickey with the brushes too, because I never played the game, but can you essentially
I
like
played it.
alter
It's
your
good.
reality?
That's
Can you
literally
alter
what
your
it
reality?
does.
And that's literal. Okay, so I don't know if Mickey can change his story,
No, I don't think he
but
could change
that
story. I know he could change the environment based on using
He can
paint
okay,
or
change the
thinner.
so
he can affect the area
okay,
around him.
so and so Bugs Bunny uses a pencil and paint brushes as well, but that also means that Mickey could counteract those effects to some degree with his epic Mickey power
Yep.
if he were to have the brushes. But we also have to consider the magic hat that he gains in Fantasia, which of course I think he would have mastered at some point, but maybe that could possibly help. I mean,
I don't know. I'm not the big Disney guy here. I'm the weeb. So
Jacob, what do you think? I want to know what you think.
I think Bugs is gonna take this.
Yeah.
that says a lot because Jacob's the Disney guy here.
And but Jacob, do you think there's any way Mickey could contend or fight back or anything? If we were to
I
include
feel like
everything.
if we give him the Keyblade, he could have a fighting chance. But
Yeah.
then again, Bugs can easily just erase the Keyblade.
Yeah, he
It is
could.
true. He could draw
And and
himself a
and
bigger
also
Keyblade.
and plus he can get the powers of Superman. He can become Super Bugs Bunny.
Super Bunny.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
But I'm gonna agree. I think I think Bugs Bunny. And the other thing about Bugs is I think he would really fuck with Mickey. He's just too clever. He There's only been 2 instances I can recall where Bugs has lost. One was actually very recent against a leprechaun. He lost against the leprechaun, who could alter reality and do crazy shit, and then he lost to a little tiny Martian. It's a very, very popular episode. If you guys know of it, they're on the plane, and the little Martian is literally out tuning Bugs Bunny, which that's very rare, by the way. But I just don't see Mickey Mouse just performing to that kind of level where he can outsmart Bugs Bunny to that degree because Bugs can literally just lure you into traps and make you double cross yourself and I just don't know if Mickey can keep up with that. I don't think he's that smart. So I'm gonna go with Bugs Bunny.
Bugs
Yeah.
Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
All right, are you guys ready for the next one, or is there anything else you want to say about it?
Go on.
Let's go. Okay, we're getting into what I declared to be one of the most debated battles of all time in my top 4 list of most debated battles. This battle is the Incredible Hulk versus Doomsday.
Hmm.
Would you guys like me to start, or would you guys?
You
You
gentlemen
start.
can have fun because I don't know shit.
Okay, Jacob, what what do you want to say about this?
I uh I grew up loving the Hulk. I still love the Hulk to this day.
Yep, me too.
But there's still like so much about the Hulk that he doesn't know about himself. And now Doomsday, he's insane. But
Yeah.
I'm I think if Hulk goes like world total world breaker, he can possibly get a kill on Doomsday. But Doomsday is relentless.
Yeah. Okay, are you guys ready for your minds to be fucking blown? Are you ready?
Yeah.
I
Are
would
you
need a gun
ready?
for that one.
Okay. So there was a recent story where Bruce Banner. Okay, it's really hard to explain because he had to build a device and all this weird shit, and he essentially created this inner room within his mind where he is in a chair. Think of it like Star Trek, like you're kind of piloting a ship, and next to
Is it
him,
like Inside Out?
kind of, it's kind of like that, yes. And there's a lever right next to him that goes from 0 all the way to 10 and so on. And the more he pushes this lever, the more he takes the Hulk because the Hulk is in a separate room, which alters reality inside of his mind. And the higher the level, the more powerful beings will become to face the Hulk inside. There is a point within this fucking story where he goes full board all the way. The Hulk is facing Galactus and all these reality warping godlike entities. And guess what happens? Gonna fucking the door opens and the Hulk steps out, and behind him you see a dead Galactus, a dead Thanos with an Infinity Gauntlet, and all this crazy shit. Fucking Odin. So the Hulk can become powerful enough to kill Galactus, if not more. And then, oh, to make matters even worse, um, so in this story, the Hulk was going through all these realities, and there was a whole bunch of plot twist happening and shit where Bruce thought Betty was in his mind, but it was something else, and yada yada. I think it was like Devil Hulk or something. I can't exactly remember, but what happened was the Hulk had turned into like this gigantic black giant monster. And he was in a reality where there were all these Hulks, like a whole shitload of them. And guess how strong each one was? They were as strong as a world breaker Hulk. Every one of them could just kick planets and shit. You want to know what this Hulk did? He essentially just annihilated them with complete, total ease. So, what I'm getting at is the Hulk could possibly reach this potential to just be boundless, right? Just this crazy raw power. However, it's really hard to just do that because Bruce literally had to devise a device in order to do it, right? He had to create a lever and blah, 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 blah. The Hulk can't just do that on his own, right? And the other problem with Bruce is he's got all these multiple personalities. So to make things easier, we'll just go with a Savage Hulk, right? Do you guys think that's fair? Or should we go like World Hulk where he's like a gladiator? I mean, what do you guys think? What do you think, Jacob? Do we go gladiator or just savage? Hello? All right, I think I'm alone on this one. We're going savage. And I mean, the thing about Doomsday is, you know, he can keep fighting the Hulk. And the thing about this fight, and what makes it so fucking cool, is that these guys can just on go fight each other constantly with all this destruction. And I think Death Battle is wrong in saying that the Hulk has limited fatigue in terms of anger, which is stupid because it's a comic book. He's not like you can say he's human, but the Hulk is himself is not fucking human. We're talking about a giant green radiated monster. The creators of the comics can do whatever they want. There is no limit to his rage. He can get angrier as he fights. Now, it's really hard to get to that point, which I talked about him becoming so strong that he takes on like hundreds or thousands of World Breaker Hulks, right? But I don't know, man. Doomsday is one of those characters that I think people really underestimate. I've used him twice on my channel. Every time I've used him, there's been controversy, and it's literally tied to his immortality and just his crazy ass strength. And Doomsday is one of those characters where he is really hard to fight because his evolving can be kind of weird. Sometimes it's in mid battle, sometimes it has to happen after he dies, and sometimes it's just like it's just both because his biology is so weird and he has no organs and blood and all that shit. So the problem with facing Doomsday is the Hulk only has blunt force, he's only got strength. Of course he can get faster, he can emit gamma energies, but that's all he can really do. Doomsday has literally taken out Darkseid. He's taken out an amplified Superman. He's broken the arms of Wonder Woman. These are very, very, very strong characters. Extremely strong. And who's to say that Doomsday couldn't just evolve to get stronger? Who's to say Doomsday couldn't absorb gamma radiation and make himself more powerful? Who's to say that? I mean, he has the ability to evolve. He can literally turn parts of his body into like kryptonite and crazy shit like that. So who's to say he couldn't do it? Who's to say his body couldn't create energy similar to the Sentry, which those energies calm the Hulk? Who's to say Doomsday couldn't do something like that? There's stuff proving he can, right? Changing. He literally adapted to evolve with technology, like absorbing the technology of cyborg Superman, which would then manipulate like the wall of the DC universe, which I forgot what it's called right now, but that's fucking crazy. Doomsday is just nuts. And as much as I love the Hulk, I just don't know if like limitless strength can stand up to ever evolving power, right? Just evolving and being immune to things that you've already died from, right? Which a lot of the ways he's died, the Hulk would try to kill him in those ways. And yeah, I mean, you could say like, oh, but a stronger version could kill him. Yeah, that's possible, but it would take a lot considering how strong these beings are in the Marvel and DC. I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
Doomsday. I think Doomsday would win. That's what I think.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
a shocking revelation.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that because of Death Battle. I will say Death Battle is right in saying that Doomsday has died in so many different ways, and he takes on a very, very powerful character like Superman, right? And Wonder Woman and Martian Manhunter. Fucking Martian Manhunter. The dude beat him. That's fucking nuts. And that dude has a crazy ass healing factor and everything. I'm gonna go Doomsday. Yeah. What do you guys think? I want to know what you think based on everything I told
Um, I do agree about Doomsday, like the frequent alternating technology.
you. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
I think
because oh, I'm sorry. Well, it's not that Doomsday now has technology, but there was a story where he absorbed Cyborg Superman's technology. And it shows that his biology is unpredictable and the writers can just it's kind of like Sentry. They can just kind of do whatever they want with Doomsday. That'd be a good fight too, Doomsday versus. We'll talk about that another time, um but here's the thing. If let's say the Hulk did get to that point where he became so powerful that he could obliterate Galactus like he did in his mind, absolutely the Hulk. I don't think Doomsday could contend with that even if he was evolving. Because at that point, you're talking about the Hulk's strength being so great that not even reality warping cosmic entities can even contend with him. Like that's fucking crazy. But it's really hard for the Hulk to get to that point, and it took a special circumstance for him to do it. So that's why I'm going with. And I don't think Matt has anything to say because he doesn't really know these characters as well as I do.
I will at least give you, from what you've explained, I will give it to Doomsday.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys do want to know more about Doomsday and the research I've done, go check out Darkseid versus Doomsday. Ignore Apocalypse versus Doomsday for the love of God. Don't go to it just because it has 100,000 views, please. It's a horrible
Go
fucking
watch
video.
it. That's what he's
It's
telling you.
horrible.
Go
Go
watch it.
fucking watch.
It's horrible, please. And I will be revisiting that. It's such a god awful
So
video.
you're saying go
Darkseid versus
watch it.
Doomsday is much better. No,
That's
don't
what
fucking
this
do
is
it.
reverse psychology. Mike's fucking with you.
No,
It's
just don't.
amazing.
Okay. All right. The
I
winner
tried.
declared by moi so far is Doomsday. Okay. Now, this is another battle that we had talked about while we were streaming, and I thought, you know what? Let's talk about it here. I want to get more in depth on this. Let's talk about Kratos versus Death from Darkseid. Who wants to go first?
You
Actually, I'm
go
going to
first.
choose. I'm going to go with Matt. I want Matt to go first
Oh, why do you want me to go first?
because I've gone first every time.
I honestly am gonna crush
Oh,
Mike's soul. It's probably gonna be Kratos because he did literally kill a primordial being. That is death.
interesting.
He killed Thanatos,
Yeah.
who is death in the Greek universe. Interesting. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yes.
Interesting.
I swear to God, children,
Yeah.
we're not doing this.
But here's my question: does Thanatos have a healing factor?
Good point.
And also, do you think Thor is more powerful than Thanos? Hmm? Because oh, if I recall, didn't Thor just kill him with a hammer shot
Yeah,
and
that
then
is
bring him back?
yeah, but here's the thing. Oh yeah, we are talking about Norse Kratos. That's right.
Well, it's the same person, like the same exact person.
Yeah,
He
but
he did all those feats.
there is a significant time gap because, like they said themselves, as his world dies and he gets further away from it, his magic disappears.
Exactly, and that's the point I want to make. Is he accomplished feats and I actually think and this is going to be controversial. I think he was more powerful in Greece.
Oh,
Now, the
definitely.
thing is, yeah, but the thing is it's stated that when gods get older, they become stronger. And in
But
Kratos' case, he is getting stronger. I would say physically stronger, not so much power wise overall, because now he has to rely on relics, which I mean, he kind of did before, but he could literally just use magics inside of
but
himself
but
that he
Mike,
would gain.
you're forgetting the big factor.
Go ahead.
He's not a god.
Yeah, he's not a god. I know
We're
that.
going to get hate for saying that, but he is not a god
He's a
because he
demigod.
lost his godhood when he transferred it into the Blade of Olympus at the beginning of
Now,
two.
well, he was born as a demigod,
Right.
technically.
He
He became a
became
god of war, and
after
then
killing
he
Ares. Then he
and
transferred
when
that power into the
and
Blade
but
of
here's my
Olympus.
counteraction to your Thanatos argument is he was the god of war in that story
Oh yeah, he
because it
was
took
just before
place
two.
it happened before part 2 and then he transferred that power into the blade of Olympus. He had gained power through part 2, so he did become pretty strong to contend with even Zeus, but he was still technically a demigod. Now, we go into part 3 which people say he lost his power. Bullshit. Um because there's no evidence. I mean, people like to say, "Oh, when he fell in that little thing and the things are going," and it's like, no, he didn't lose his powers. That's just game shit. Whatever. But, um,
Okay,
yes.
okay, that this is the one thing. The one
Go ahead.
big thing. Because we're talking about the losing of powers. I love how in God of
Yeah,
War 2 you have all your magic from 1. Why do you get a shitty tornado at the beginning of 3?
the blade of Olympus. That's literally how he was able to do that. The blade of Olympus.
It's so garbage.
I know.
I want my
Well, do you want to know
giant
what that
Atlas
is?
balls of
Do
lightning.
you want to know what that tornado is? Do you remember that cinematic in God of War 2 when Zeus said, um what the fuck was it he said? He stabbed the blade of Olympus into the ground and killed all the titans. And there was literally a tornado that spawned when it happened. And it's kind of a replication of that because it's summoned from the blade of Olympus. And
It
that's where
so
that comes
so
from.
what you're telling me is it's bullshit.
It's fucking stupid.
It's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Um yeah. And by the way, we're not including his powers and his weapons from God
Greece.
of War 3 and 2 in Greece because
Even
he lost
though
them. He,
even
he
though I'm
doesn't
gonna
have.
say the one thing that someone's gonna say because of Valhalla. No, the Blade of Olympus doesn't fucking exist there.
Yeah,
It's
it
all a
doesn't exist.
figment. It's a
Yeah, and it's
memory.
game and oh, but you could take it with you when you go to North.
It is literally Mimir says himself, it is a memory.
Because it's an anime. Wait, no, wrong
The
thing.
wrong
Damn
fucking joke, Mike.
it.
because it's a video game.
Because it's a video game. Because it's God of War.
Because he's a
but
beard man.
now the thing is too is like Kratos is physically becoming stronger, but the reason he appears weaker is because of mental blocks. Oh, but in Valhalla, he came to realization. Well, you want to know what? You want to know something really interesting? Valhalla was a waste of time because he already learned that fucking lesson. And it's fucking stupid that they did that again.
Since we had to mention Valhalla again, why did they make it a whole game mode when they could just made it an extra
God,
quest?
it's so stupid. And okay, so but let's get back on topic in terms of Kratos being
We'll
powerful.
talk about
He is
Valhalla another
absurdly,
time.
yeah. I mean, he's absurdly strong. Okay, like the dude, physically way stronger than Death, way more impressive than Death has ever shown off in terms of physical strength.
Dude literally
Also,
lift a marble pantheon and slid it down a cliffside.
now it is important to know also that Kratos has hilts, which I do consider the hilts as a part of his arsenal, especially after defeating the berserks or the berserkers or whatever, where he can summon like swords and shit. So
Question is he just like quick changing like he does with a gun magazine? Just
I
twist
would say
pop, twist pop.
yeah. I would say he's changing hilts. Yeah. Yeah. I would say he keeps them on his person and he can use them. Yeah,
This belt isn't
absolutely.
leather and chains. It's my
Also,
fucking hilts.
I think it's weird that God of War developers changed that Kratos has a healing factor, quote unquote.
Does
I think it's kind of yeah. Remember in his Baldur fight when he would concentrate, oh, and he would heal,
mm,
and then he told Atreus to concentrate after he almost killed him. Concentrate, Atreus. Concentrate.
I mean, he probably does have a
It
healing factor even
it
before
is
then, but gameplay mechanics.
yeah. I mean it is some kind of healing factor, and I'm not talking about like little green things he stomps on the ground. He just kind of generally heals, but it is nothing compared to Death's healing factor and durability. Nothing. Because in the novel, Death is so fucking durable and so crazy with his healing factor that this is a grand abomination that shoots teeth. And if if a tooth is to even make some kind of contact with your body, the smallest part of your body, glance, not even harm you, it will kill you instantly. It is a insta kill weapon. And guess who survived this weapon?
The guy I literally named Death.
Death survived, and apparently there's a sword that is a part of the Grand Abominations that is so deadly. Oh, you want to know how Abaddon lost his eye?
A
A
sword?
Grand Abomination. Yeah, it stabbed him in the eye, and it was so fucking potent that not even the best of angelic medicines and magics could do anything. It could not restore his eye, and that shit is crazy. Okay, and Death, he just heals from it. I mean, it did damage him, but he healed from it. He survived. That is fucking utterly insane. And we should also mention that Death currently has a grand abomination in his arsenal.
A
That
shield?
being a shield. Yeah. A shield that can also tank attacks from the said gun that I had mentioned. And what it does is it reverts attacks back towards you or towards an attacker that or towards someone that you love very much or care about because it literally telepathically like links with your mind and it can see things and it can know about you and it's really fucking OP and weird. But yeah, Death currently has that in his arsenal.
Does that
Um
mean Death loves no one?
but it's the fact that it's it's not it's not that Death is peering into your mind, it's the abomination because the weapons are alive. They are living weapons.
They are abominations, if you
They
say
are
so.
these abominations are the nuclear devices which the Nephilim created to purge upon creation. They are fucking absurdly powerful. Um now now we've talked about this before. But Kratos' body is not invulnerable.
I mean, he
Um,
gets poked by arrows.
he gets poked by
Normal,
arrows.
ordinary
You could
arrows.
say the same about Death with like sniper shots or anything,
Okay, that's a sniper shot. We discussed this with Kratos versus Doomslayer.
but
A bullet
arrows
versus
too.
arrow.
But there's arrows and Darksiders too from skeletons. If they hit you, you can get hurt too. I mean, I don't know. You could say that's maybe a gameplay mechanic, but in cinematics with Kratos, we saw Atreus harm him with arrows. We saw arrows harm Baldur. Okay,
I mean, to be fair,
so
those were mistletoe arrows.
yeah,
But
but we're talking about prior to the mistletoe era. Prior. When 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 fucking Kratos was like, Atreus, listen to me. And then he's like, yeah, and he shoots him and he's like, "Arr!"
and then he's like, "Fuck you! This is my bow now. You sack of shit."
But okay. So Death, I think, is a far superior healing factor, far superior durability. I also think he has far better sustainability. So his fatigue is far more impressive. Or not fatigue, but stamina. Sorry, I got the word. Because when you have a healing factor like that, your body can just go on and on and on and on, right? And it's just like It's fucking absurd. And then you have to also consider that Kratos does have a rage mode, but it's not a transformation like a fucking giant Reaper form, which I mean,
Right, Mike. He just summons the blade of Olympus.
oh, but there's no Blade of Olympus. We're not doing that. But now let's talk about the spear because the spear is going to be an interesting factor in
Yep,
this fight,
drop here.
considering
Very
yeah,
important.
because Death has incredible reflexes and dodging capabilities. I do think Death is technically faster, but the thing with Kratos is he's not as fast as Heimdall. I don't want people getting the whole thing mixed up where he's like, where it's like, oh well, he kept up with Heimdall, so he can move like ridiculous speeds and stuff. He's not. He's not keeping up with Heimdall because he's fast. He's anticipating Heimdall. It's very similar to how he faced Hermes,
Yep.
right? Hermes was faster and he was able to anticipate where he was going to be. He kind of did the same with Heimdall, but he had to have the special help of the spear. Now, I do think the spear can throw Death off, but again, Heimdall doesn't have a healing factor, right? He could just manifest energy limbs if he were to lose limbs. Death can just heal. He can literally just regenerate a limb. I mean, he survived an insta kill weapon. Okay. Now, the other thing I want to talk about, which I discovered very recently about Harvester, is it actually has the ability to reap reap your essence and heal the user. And this is something that is involved with Harvester. Now, in gameplay, in terms of Darksiders 2, you have to apply certain things to your weapons, and it's an RPG, so there's a lot of adjusting. But in lore, I found in lore, the Harvester is very similar to War's Vampiric Ruin in his Chaos Eater, right? So every time Death strikes Kratos with his scythes, he essentially is stealing his life force and healing himself to some degree. Now we have to consider that he has a pistol, which is more powerful than Mercy, and we've talked about, working on War versus Doomslayer, just how powerful Mercy is. And considering that Redemption is more powerful, this is pretty fucking nuts. I think that's going to do some damage to Kratos. Now Kratos does have the shield, but Matt, would you like to talk about how the shield currently is not as impressive as the Golden Fleece from the original
Because the
Greek
golden
game,
fleece can counter any fucking attack. The shield
including
cannot.
the Blade of Olympus?
Olympus.
Now, it did take Mjolnir to break the shield, which you could say it's a very impressive godlike
Now,
weapon.
I'm
but
still wondering one thing though.
go ahead.
Where the fuck did he get the shield?
I think it's from Faye personally, but didn't we discuss that last time?
It was Faye's shield.
Yeah, I think it was Faye's shield.
I don't remember
Yeah,
this.
and when she died, she gave him the axe and
I don't remember this.
Yeah, I think she did
Either way, why did he just drop the golden fleece?
because it doesn't work no more.
I was kept it. That's a pretty badass piece of armor. I don't give a fuck if it
No,
works
dude,
anymore.
it doesn't work.
It's fucking shiny. I want it.
You can't wear it. It's gone. You know what's stupid is in the comics they show Kratos with the boots of Hermes, and so it's so fucking confusing because it's like in God of War 3 you see everything laid out. That's like, you can't have this no more. Utter bullshit. But now we have to also consider that Death fought Samael. Going back in time, this is important to note, went back in time and faced Samael with his full power. And remember, in Darksiders 1, you had to retrieve the hearts of the chosen, and these guys were in lore, no fucking joke, abyssal creatures with, beating hearts coursing with Samael's power. Silitha, who could teleport instantaneously all over the battlefield, may not look impressive gameplay wise, but it is impressive. Samael in the boss battle does a lot of the same shit the chosen do. Pretty nuts. Teleportation and shit. And Death technically kind of won, but boy, he was fucking tired. He was like, Jesus Christ, this fucking guy. Samael's no joke. The dude is crazy, and it doesn't help that he faced a being who can literally peer through time to some degree and kind of understand what's going on. Like he knew immediately that Death was from the future. Like immediately, he was like, "Oh, you're Death from the future. In fact, no one knows you're here at all. I just know that because I'm fucking Samael." Now, we talk about the shield. Now, it took Mjolnir to break the shield, but is that shield as impressive as the Blade of Olympus? That's my question. And if it is not, then can we
Uh,
point out a feat where Death cut a bell in half utilizing the Reaper form? And which Death can also summon that exact scythe, which is the true harvester, without having to enter the Reaper form.
I don't
And
think the
can
shield is even as impressive as the Blade of Olympus or even the Golden Fleece itself.
yeah, and I hate the fact that there's two different shields because it kind of fucks with me
There's
a little bit.
no.
Yeah, I
If you
hate
go
that
play
too.
Valhalla, there's apparently like 7.
It sucks. I would just go with the original from God of War 2018 and just be real basic with it and not have to go into all the different shields. I wouldn't even go there, but now this
But
is a really
Mike,
tricky part. Go ahead.
I just want to say, but Mike,
Yes.
there's 7 fucking shields, Mike.
No. Now let's talk about the axe and the blades of chaos because I know this is going to be the controversial part. Now Death has the harvester, and the harvester can shapeshift into any weapon that he essentially desires. In game, we see hammers, maces, spears, gauntlets, shit like that. But in the novel, it could turn into a hook, which enables him to swing. Uh, it turned into kind of a lift, which he was able to get rubble off of him after it had fell on him. So he just used it as a way to get shit off of him.
Motherfucker's like, I'm gonna make this into an elevator.
Yeah, that's essentially what he did. Um, I mean, it could turn into a sword and all kinds of shit. So anything Death can essentially think of, it has never turned into a firearm, sadly, though. I think that would have been a cool kind of power, but is what it is. Um, so yeah, Harvester, very powerful weapon. It is so powerful, in fact, so overpowered. It is banned from the kingdom of man, not allowed to be used on Earth at all. It is overpowered. Now, if we are to compare the blades of Olympus and the axe is designed to counteract Mjolnir. Very powerful. Now, it's hard to say how powerful the harvester is compared to such weapons, but I don't think he's going to break the scythe.
No, no,
Now,
no.
now, a more impressive set of weapons, more than the axe, I think, is the blades of chaos, since they are made of a primordial flame, which explains why the flames still exist despite Greece being gone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we talked about in the last episode how the blades of chaos could essentially harm something like Spawn, right?
Yep.
But I'm going to be honest. I know this sounds kind of nuts, but I mean, withstanding an insta kill weapon, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. And plus, the blades of chaos are not even the most powerful weapons in God of War anyway.
Nope.
So what do you think, man? I want to know your thoughts. Do you think Death can stand up to the Blades of Chaos?
Oh, most certainly.
You
Primordial
think he
magic
could?
is one thing, but tanking an instant kill weapon is also another thing.
Now we have to also consider that Death, very much like his brethren, is literally designed to essentially take out any being in the universe. If you think about it, especially if we include the final seal being broken,
Mm-hmm.
which would amplify Death's power drastically. But we won't do that because we haven't seen it. But that is something to point out. um, but he also killed a being that was literally corrupting the entirety of the universe and taking out realms and shit, and that is absurd. I don't know. Me, I think this is really close. I do think tactical wise, I do think Kratos has a better tactical mind, but I think Death is just way too old. You could say Kratos has killed beings far older. Very true. So that could counteract Death's experience and age, but I mean, uh,
I don't know, man. I don't know. Jacob, what do you think?
I was just gonna
Mm.
Hmm. Well said, Kratos. Well said. Hmm.
we have Ghost Hand,
No.
which gives Death a good distance. Also, if you look at Death Hand real or at the Ghost Hand real closely, it's just the manifestation of the Astral Reaper form. Which, by the way, if you've played Soul Calibur 5 and you play the guy who can summon like the wolf thing that floats and fights, think
Zwei?
of
Is this
the
why?
yeah, think of the Astral Reaper form being kind of similar to that. He can just summon it at will and he can make it fight for him, or it can defend him, or it's pretty
Making
nuts.
pancakes in the morning is fucking great.
Yeah, make him fucking pancakes so he can get ready for battle. I mean,
I would not suggest eating pancakes before battle. That shit's dense.
now we have to also consider that Death has a shit assortment of wrath abilities, Harbinger and Necromancy. His Necromancy is so OP that in the novel, when War died, Death realized there was a sliver of his soul inside of the sword, so he just resurrected him
So what you're
with his
saying
Necromancy.
is he has to kill Zeus again.
But seriously, like his
You
Necromancy
you
is
know how
nuts.
fucked up that would be.
But honestly, I think the Harbinger abilities are more impressive because you have the teleportation dash, which means that he can still interact and harm you, even if you have a shield up, and you cannot touch or face him. So that's pretty nuts. There's just and plus, Death can amplify his strength. He can amplify his durability. He can summon ghouls and shit. He can summon crows. He could turn into a tornado. I mean, yeah. Oh, and very much like War, he can summon souls to attack for him. I don't think it's as potent as Affliction, but he can do that and yeah, he's got a lot of shit going for him. But Kratos does too, if we're talking Norse, if you're including all the hilts where he can manipulate time and all that shit, and he can summon all the berserker swords and all that shit. It makes it very close, but I think I think I'm gonna give it to Death, but in a really, really hard battle. Really fucking hard. What do you think, Matt? Do you think it's still Kratos, or what do you
No,
think?
because my dumbass had grease flipped in there a little bit. Yeah, it's fucking death.
You think it's Death?
Just in
Jacob,
durability alone.
Jacob, who do you think wins? Kratos or Death?
Uh, I want Kratos to win, but from what you guys are saying, I'm have to give it to Death.
You're gonna give it to Death? Okay. This is crazy close, by the way. We might have to do this one as an episode in the
I'm not
future.
saying no.
I'm not saying no either. I mean, it could happen. It could be very interesting.
In season 2, just you wait.
Yeah. If you guys are from Dream Battles, tell us if you want to see something like that. I think it'd be
If you're
interesting.
not from Dream Battles, tell us if you want to see that.
Yeah, and then go subscribe to Dream Battles because you're so interested in it.
Might take a couple of years, but we'll get there.
Alrighty, from one necromancer of sorts to another. We're moving on to the next battle. We have Spawn versus the Mask.
Smoke it.
Okay. All right.
I'm
I'm
going
gonna.
with I'm going with
I'm gonna.
Mask.
Okay. I was gonna say I'm gonna start with Jacob. Jacob, would you like to get into more details on why you think who wins and so on?
I'm gonna go with the Mask,
Yeah.
and here's why. Mask is God and not God like he surely the mask is made from a god, giving the wearer godlike powers, including the ability to break the fourth wall and give them two.
I was about to say that's like the driving factor is he has Toon Force. What the fuck can Spawn do against that? Like dead ass. Burns him to a crisp. Fuck it, I'm back. Shot in the face. Ah, I'm
The
back. How
mask
you
has been
doing?
to space, been
This
to the
is
bottom of the ocean.
this is really interesting because Now, by the way, we're not arguing for Spawn killing God and Satan. I'm so over that argument. I will say this again. He was not utilizing his actual powers to fight God and Satan. And when he did, he got his ass whooped. He had to go to their mom, get her power, defeat them, and then he rewrote creation the way he wanted.
Mom, your sons are being
And
fucking dickheads again.
I'm dead serious. I am dead serious about that. And it is absurdly annoying to hear people say, well, the reason Spawn wins, God and Satan. And it's like, Jesus Christ, people, just accept the facts, look into the details. But okay, now I actually think Spawn put up a decent fight. And the reason is because Spawn has, first off, he has his own version of penance here. I don't know how it will work on the mask. Now, it doesn't work like Ghost Riders. I think it does like the opposite or something. It operates differently and it's fucking nuts. And the other thing we have to consider is Spawn has the ability to manipulate time. The dude could turn invisible, teleport, and I mean, he's got a shit caboodle of fucking powers. He can control nature, and I mean,
But
and the only way to kill him is to behead him or use a holy weapon
or a demonic weapon.
Or is it to use a holy weapon to behead him with? I can't.
Something with holy and demonic weapons are the only things that can harm him, which means could the mask muster such things?
Exactly. Now we have to consider that Spawn is a special arms forces. The mask may be loony and he may be unpredictable, but he's not skilled. He's just wacky and unpredictable. Kind of like Deadpool, right? I mean, Deadpool has skill, but he's more wacky than anything. Spawn is a tactical, deadly engine, right? I mean, this dude is just like manifesting powers left and at this point in time, Spawn has mass power a lot more, so there is still limitations. He still has kind of like a limited source of what the fuck is that shit?
Necroplasm.
Necroplasm, thank you. Back then he used to lose it a lot, but he has far better control of it because he understands where he has to draw power from, sins from others and hell energies and stuff like that. But my question is, could he draw evils or sins off of the mask? That's an interesting question.
Potentially.
Potentially.
Yeah. The mask is like one of the greatest sinners, pretty much.
Interesting.
So
but
to say,
then again, even with all that power that Spawn had, I'm pretty sure that the mask can easily just, hop out of this metaphorical plane and just crush and eliminate Spawn from existence.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is really, really weird.
I'm gonna go with the mask.
Yeah, I'm pretty split right now because I actually kind of want to do this as a dream battle.
This could also just be a very even draw.
Dead.
Oh, this is so close.
It could be a draw.
I'm gonna give it to the mask for now by a slight edge because Toon Force, man, and I'm not saying the mask is the greatest Toon Force user ever. I could think of more powerful. Popeye is I actually think Popeye is more powerful than Bugs Bunny. Oddly enough, I think he's like one of the top 3 most powerful Toon Force users of all time. He's like one of the ones that really pops in the head, and I'm just like, geez, and fucking rice, like this fucking dude, Popeye. Like, you just turn the on and off switch on existence. That shit don't affect me. And why is that? Because I eat my spinach. And it's like, Jesus. And now the mask has ridiculous Toon Force like power, but it is still restricted to reality to some degree. The thing with Spawn though is like, oh, hold on. Let me actually look up.
Mom, Mike's cheating again.
Well, I'm not trying to cheat.
Sorry if you guys hear a cat.
Meow.
I'm just trying to make this. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Spawn has immortality, shapeshifting, superhuman strength, teleportation, healing, superhuman durability, fire, can Oh, well, of course he can
So he's fucking lit.
telepathy, time manipulation, telekinesis. He has archangel psychology, portal creation, time stop, of course, time manipulation, and can completely regenerate himself even with missing limbs and so on. Sense the misery of others, which explains how he can absorb the sins and things of others into himself to replenish his necroplasm. Can resurrect from the dead, regeneration, energy manipulation, flight, sonic cry. What the fuck is that?
He cries like a bitch and it
Raise
hurts
those
your
who he
ears.
has killed from the dead, possessing heightened perception. Jesus. Okay, he already brought up durability. He can control nature and invisibility. So let's look up the mask. Look at the mask. God damn it, not that mask.
Yeah, that one.
Hanley. Okay, here we go. Invulnerability, shapeshifting, teleportation, elasticity, magic, transmutation, uh, empathetic manipulation, speed, creation, fourth wall. What the fuck is creation?
Creates
Oh,
things.
he can he can create, he can manifest weapons out of thin air, spinning and create a vacuum by breathing. Uh oh, okay. He can do after image creation, teleportation, very limited reality warping. Okay. Let's see. He also has fourth wall awareness, regeneration, light manipulation, summoning, duplication, intelligence, and superhuman agility. That's okay. Man, I'm gonna go with the mask, but slightly. I think this is really close. I actually think this can make for a really cool Dream Battles episode if you guys are down. I would
The
love to do
mask
this in the
anim
future. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jacob. Jacob? Matt, did I lose him?
Jacob. Jacob. Jacob.
Why is it? Why does that keep happening to me where everybody gets like super silent? I'm like trying to get your guys' attention. It's really weird.
Oh
Well,
fuck.
I guess Jacob's not here with us anymore.
He died. He went to cat
He
heaven.
died.
Up there
Oh,
he goes.
there he is. There he is. He's back. Jacob, are you here? Jacob, I see him.
Uh oh.
but I can't hear him.
Hello?
Hello.
There you
hello?
are. There you are.
Man, this pizzeria fucking sucks.
All right, Jacob, what were you gonna say?
What kind of fucking McDonald's has a message? What do I want, a burger tomorrow?
What were you gonna say, Jacob? I'm sorry.
The animated mask is pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Have you
But
guys
if
ever
we're
seen that
sticking with
series? Nope. It's fucking
yeah,
awesome.
but we're sticking with just the comics. That's all we're doing.
The fact that it says very slight reality warping makes me think, what does very slight
Well,
mean?
and well, it says reality warping, but if you select on it, where the fuck is it? God damn it, I can't find it anymore. But but the thing is that it's kind of like how the Sentry has like limited reality warping to some degree. So it's and so what it means by the reality warping is like how he can just manifest weapons out of thin air, or how he has a magic satchel, or how he can shapeshift and
I
shit like
see.
that.
I see.
Yeah, that's what that means. So far, Jacob and I are going with the mask. Matt, who are you going with? You going with the mask or Spawn?
What if I say draw? What are you going
You
to
think
do?
it's a draw?
You going to fight?
No,
Exactly.
Pretty simple.
Because, like I said, the one thing that trips you up instantly is that Spawn can only be harmed by certain things. Can the mask manifest such things?
But then you got to think: would Spawn run out of energy, or would he
Right,
just
because
keep
he would just keep
absorbing
feeding
evil?
off everything that he has, that the mask has done.
Yeah, all the evils and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
it would just keep
interesting.
feeding, so it's pretty much like an infinite energy source. So you can just keep going and going and going. And
Damn.
will it ever end?
Damn it, you're starting to really turn me over to draw. You know what? I'm going with draw. Go with draw too.
Yes, the mask is very powerful, but it would just keep feeding him. And it's going to get to the point where it's just going to keep, it's like smacking two hammers together. Both of them are going to
Yeah.
bend sooner or later.
This is a really fucking cool battle. I love this fucking fight. This is cool as fuck. I can't believe I never thought of this. I found this one online and I was like, holy shit, this is really cool. So, all right. Jacob's going with the mask, and Jacob and Matt and I think it's a fucking draw. So, all right, moving on. Now we have one of Jacob's battles, and this is Kong from the first Kong movie. So we're not including Godzilla versus Kong and all that. This is the first time we ever see him, much smaller, much younger, versus Lizzie
I'm still
from
with.
Rampage. The movie Rampage, not the games. So we're ignoring the games and we're just going with the film adaptation.
I've never seen the
So
Rampage
Jacob,
movie.
considering this is your battle, Jacob, I want to know who you think wins, and I want you to explain why. Jacob?
The skull.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, he's dying again.
Oh no! Yeah, we're losing them.
Like who they are. So Osuka's pretty much Godzilla for Godzilla.
Matt,
Hello?
Matt,
He's cutting out pretty
hello?
bad. I thought he said Godzilla's dong, and I'm like, oh, that ain't the kind of show we are. This is a
That
good
poor
Christian
guy.
show.
He's having a hard time today with the internet, I think.
Indeed, he is.
Hello?
Hello,
There he is.
hello.
Welcome back again.
This Burger King fucking sucks ass.
So so Lizzie. So we're going based off the 2018 movie.
All right, all right.
Acknowledge me. Come on.
I just did, fucker.
I'm nodding my head.
Mike, we can't see
thought-
I
that.
can't see that.
I thought for a
asshole.
moment and that we were losing him again. I was like, we're going with the 2018 movie. I was like, God damn it now!
So in this universe, these monsters are created by this mutagen type thing that is either eaten or breathed in, making them bigger, stronger, and meaner. Lizzie was the first one. She starts as an ordinary alligator, but once she starts, transforming, she ends up getting like a giant spiky back, a big club tail, and just mountains and mountains of teeth.
I like Mountains of Teeth. That sounds like fun.
I do too.
Lizzie can easily shake off missiles and explosions. Like she's even taken grenades into her gills, and that didn't stop
Wait. Lizzie's a lizard. Lizards have gills.
her. No,
Well, the thing
no,
that's happening in this movie is that
universe, she's a crocodile.
and she's
The crocs
and
don't
well,
have
she's
gills.
kind of
Well,
I'm trying
she
to
got
explain.
mutated. Remember?
Yeah, it's a mutation thing. She was just constantly mutating and evolving.
This just
and,
making me think of that mermaid lady from like 3 animes ago. Please continue.
yeah. Well, it's
But,
kind of like
Lizzie-
Ralph too. How he has like the spikes that like shoot out of his back. It basically,
and his,
Matt,
like,
it is nothing
like-
like the game. Nothing like the game.
But I love the games. They were so fucking good.
In the video games, she's a mutated woman.
And yeah, she's
Alright.
a woman that turns into a giant lizard. And so
But
in the games,
in the
it's people that
2018
turn into
movie,
monsters.
crocodile.
Yeah. Yeah. So in the games, it's people that like drink the soda and then they turn into monsters.
Oh Jesus.
That's what it is. And in the movie, they went more realistic with it.
But in the movie, it's talked by a corrupt company that affects gorilla, wolf, and crocodile.
Yep. You're right.
But Lizzie is pretty much indestructible. Her only weaknesses is her eyes.
Very interesting.
Pretty much her only weaknesses are her eyes and her underbelly. And we never seen her get flipped onto her underbelly.
Except I think Kong can.
Oh, easily.
I think I
I
think
mean, Kong is ripping open T-Rex mouths and just fucking snapping necks.
well, this is
this is
Kaiju
Skull Island.
Kong.
We
Oh
have
yeah, good point. Kaiju Kong is a lot worse.
Yeah, so we have something worse than T-Rexes and V-Rexes. We have skull crawlers.
The fuck are those?
They're skull crawlers.
Mike, I know
I
you're being
feel
a
like
Sophisti's dick, but what's a
I feel
skull
like
crawler?
Lizzie does have a chance to
Look
to
it
like
up, Matt. Look up a
That-
skull
that-
crawler.
get the upper
It's
hand
gonna be a
on
fucking
Kong for a
spider.
little
I'm gonna
bit,
shit
probably
myself.
bite his feet.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like at the end, Kong is gonna try to pry her mouth open and try to snap her neck. But then again, her durability might kick in.
Interruption. What the fuck that?
That is a skull crawler.
The fuck is that?
It is a skull crawler.
That thing's,
It is also in Godzilla vs.
that
Kong.
thing's fucking horrifying.
And dude, you need to watch Kong Skull Island. It's really good.
Oh, apparently they made a figure of it. I want it.
Yeah.
I want it.
It's but at the end of the movie, he faces the big skull crawler.
It's $200. I want it.
It's a big skull crawler at the end, though. It's a big giant one.
Is it the one that
The
comes
rest of
out
them
of the
are-
water?
Yeah, and the rest
thing
of
they
them are
made
little
these-
babies.
The thing they made the figure out of that looks actually pretty fucking cool. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I sent a link to it.
Yeah, you're right.
That thing's ugly as fuck. I want one. Continue, Jacob. Sorry.
So as I was saying, I feel like Lizzie can get like the upper hand on Kong, probably go for his feet.
Mhm.
Because I know we're not going to be. We're probably might as well just mention this. Godzilla did attack Kong's feet during
Yep.
Godzilla vs. Kong, and that was a big weak spot. Now, if Lizzie can still capitalize that, she could end up killing Kong. But
Yeah, that's a good point.
Kong, I bet if Kong can get like some high ground, and probably find a way to like stab her somehow. But like in the movie Rampage, pretty much the way to kill her is to try to stab her, and that's what George did, stabbed her through the eye. Pretty much, she only has like two weaknesses: her underbelly and her eye.
So I do think I do think Kong's smart enough to flip her over, but the thing is we never seen her flipped over, so we don't know if she could just instantly roll back over or if she's just kind of like
those crocodile
she's like,
genes.
"That's defenseless. I can't roll back
See,
over."
here's the thing. Big brain right now. Crocodiles, death roll. When they get their prey, they just fucking roll and roll and roll and roll until the prey's dead.
You right.
So who's saying as soon as she flips over, she's not just going to flip right back over
Yeah.
and then go for the feet and then try to death roll Kong?
Yeah. But if we do include Godzilla vs. Kong, I feel like if he has
here's the thing. We can include Godzilla vs. Kong in terms of how Kong thinks and operates and fights. It's just the size and the feats that we can't.
What about the axe?
No, you would have to scale it if we were to use it.
Well, if he was using the axe, he would instantly win because he could just kill fucking Lizzie with it.
That is true.
It's a literal dorsal plate of Godzilla. It's OP. Yeah, I would exclude the axe. I would just include Kong 2017. But in terms of how Kong operates in battle, you can include Godzilla vs. Kong in terms of his thinking and the way he operates in the environment and gets around. You can include that. You just can't include him like demonstrating feats against bigger monsters. Saying like, "Oh, he defeated Godzilla" or something like that, which he did not, by the way.
Draw. Fair.
It wasn't even a draw. It was Godzilla. He just destroyed him. But it's kind of like, yeah, this is how Kong thinks. This is what he would do. And these are vulnerabilities that Kong has, even in a smaller form. So for me, oh man, I was thinking Kong. I can't believe I'm saying this. I think Lizzie is worse than the Skullcrawler.
I will agree to this because, like I said, even if Kong,
No, I will say that the Skullcrawler is more agile. Oh, God damn it! Now we're getting a Skullcrawler versus Lizzie.
no,
But I would say
Lizzie is more aggressive.
Lizzie's more aggressive. Skullcrawler, I think, is more agile. Now, is Lizzie intelligent? Because the Skullcrawler proved to be very smart. Like that one part in where she was being attacked by the humans. And so what did the Skullcrawler do? It whipped its tail and knocked Kong out so he wouldn't get up. Kind of like, oh, I'm not falling for that shit. I mean, I don't know if Lizzie's that smart. That's the thing. I do know crocodiles are very intelligent.
Well, here's the
So,
thing: the gene, the mutagen that mutated her, she's kind of like being controlled by the company somehow.
oh, so that gives her an intelligence edge actually because she's being controlled by humans.
Then,
Shit.
but here's the thing: they were trying to control her, but then they got out of control.
Okay.
Then she
So it
beca-
was
then her
high-
then her natural crocodile instinct kicked in.
high
and she started
willpower,
getting
high
pressure.
intelligence. Then
Now the thing is that Kong is more intelligent overall, but I mean, a reptile's intelligence can still be very impressive. And crocodiles are pretty fucking smart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Man, I can't believe I'm fucking saying this. I think I'm going with Lizzie, man. Because if you just take Kong at his base and he doesn't have weapons, which I mean, he can utilize the environment, but he doesn't have claws. He has teeth. But how is he going to expose her eye, which is very small, by the way? He can't just poke a finger in her eye.
I mean, he can try.
He could try, but what's he
Her
going to do to the
spikes,
stomach?
and remember her bikes. Remember, not only is she has like a shit ton of teeth, her back also has protruding spikes.
Also, look at her head, man. She's got like fucking spikes projecting
Bitch,
out
a
of her
fucking
face.
porcupine.
Yeah.
She also has spikes on
Actually,
her tail.
Actually, what's funny, Matt, is Ralph the wolf is a wolf porcupine hybrid because he
With a
literally
flying
has
squirrel.
Yeah, and a flying squirrel. He literally has like porcupine spikes that like shoot out and everything, and it's pretty badass because it like decimates helicopters and it's
We'll
pretty cool.
mention Ralph later on in
Yeah.
this podcast.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But I think I'm going with fucking Lizzie now. I was thinking Kong, but I'm going with Lizzie. Yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Matt?
I think
What do you
Lizzie,
think?
because like I said, even if Lizzie could just get the death roll, it's over. Because you gotta think,
Damn.
Croc's death roll us
Yeah.
as humans.
And Kong, this version, is more human-like than he is ape-like. I mean, of course, he can still run on all fours, but he operates more like a human.
The point being is Crocs and alligators, because they're technically the same thing, just minor differences. They death roll things stronger and larger than us. Deer, elk. If they wanted to, probably a buffalo. I don't fucking know. They don't live in the same biome.
Zebras.
Zebras, yeah. And obviously we can't kick as hard of a deer or a zebra. And they could death roll them, no fucking problem.
So are all of us going with Lizzie?
I think
Is that what's
so.
happening? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah? Damn. Holy shit.
Controversial
Kong!
opinions here.
That's okay, guys, because Kong technically has another chance. We're going with the next battle. King Kong, Peter Jackson's King Kong versus the Indominus Rex. Now, before anybody says anything, I just want to state that this is a very controversial battle that started with Jurassic World. And ever since, this battle has been kind of toxic. Also, I did take a part in that on the internet, I will say. I kind of started this with Stupendous Wave and Hazagala. Because what happened was I did a video on V-Rex versus I-Rex, and then it kind of spiraled out of control into Haza doing a video, Stupendous doing a video, and yada, yada, yada. So I kind of played a part in this debate because then it got King Kong involved. So now it's like really
Mike's like, fuck these guys. What about that Kong guy?
Yeah.
What if he got involved?
If anybody's listening, I'm sorry. I sort of started this toxic controversy. So I was a part of it anyway.
Oh, god damn it, Mike.
I know. Look what I did.
You created a
And
monster.
a lot of people won't
They
believe me.
massacred my boy.
And a lot of people won't believe me because it's like, you had nothing to do with this fight.
That
It's
video
like,
probably
I
still exists on Mike's other channel. Mike G, go check it out. Link in
Yeah,
the description
like,
below.
Well, the thing that happened was Stupendous was like, I disagree with you. And Haas is like, I agree with Mike, the V-Rex. Because I chose V-Rex as the winner. And Stupendous was not about it. So I think he made a video and then he made it and then Haas made a video and it just got out of control. And then King Kong got involved and that's how we ended up.
Oh no.
Okay. Now, King Kong's got another chance, technically, guys. So this is the Indominus Rex from Jurassic World, the big white giant T-Rex raptor hybrid. That's also got frog DNA, snake DNA, and also cuttlefish DNA, which allows it to like kind of camouflage with the environment and shit. So who do you think's gonna win this? I'm gonna start with Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo.
Don't even dare say me, motherfucker. I swear to God.
And because Matt decided to say it, I'm gonna start with him.
I don't know shit about either one. Jacob, take it away.
I do.
Exactly.
Well, you say that the Indominus Rex has these so much abilities.
Yeah,
But-
and I also believe it does have Carnotaurus in it a little bit, and that
Mhm.
explains the spikes.
Mhm.
So it has like a super durable exterior shell of a skin. Its jaw can pry open like a snake, so it's not like King Kong's just gonna pry open the jaw.
I can unhinge its jaw.
Yeah, it can unhinge its jaw
You know,
like a snake.
you know how fucking
So-
terrifying that is? I'm already a big T-Rex. Now watch my jaw open
Yeah,
up the size of
and
a
on
fucking
top
school
of
bus.
that, the Irex also has longer arms with super long claws, which you could say is part of the adaptation of the raptor with the toe claw, because it's not on the toe now; it's literally the fingers. So
Question though. Can it still not do a push-up?
actually, it does walk on all fours.
Okay, that's terrifying.
The Irex does. It can camouflage. It also outsmarted humans. So
Okay, to be
And-
fair, anyone associated with the Jurassic Park are not the brightest individuals. Let's make
agreed,
this
but-
super dinosaur, guys.
but-
Nothing's gonna go wrong. Fucking
but,
escapes. Fuck.
Irex also did defeat Rexy. And then there was the whole bullshit where for some reason Blue turned the tide with Rexy. And then they beat it. And it took a mosasaur to kill the Indominus.
Like I just said. Is it truly smarter than humans if the humans created it and then thought they could control
it's supposed to be like stupid intelligent because of the raptor DNA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but obviously, if two dinosaurs, including a raptor in itself, could take it out, is it truly smart?
Yeah. Now what else did the Irex do? It's been a while since I've seen the movie. Oh, it was also powerful enough to have its claw pierce through like the gyrosphere, which can apparently tank bullets. It's like a bulletproof glass. And
Okay.
I know
Is this like some red faction bulletproof glass? Because that shit's
look into the-
indestructible.
dude, I'm just doing this from the top of my head from memory. You can look up the gyrosphere and it literally explains how durable
Wait,
it is.
wait,
and
wait.
everything, and
But
you can go ahead.
correct me if I'm wrong, because obviously you've probably seen it far more than I have. What, didn't it crack just from falling off the rail that's attached
I don't
to
remember.
or something?
I've only seen it like 2 or 3 times.
I know it cracks.
And this came out in 2015.
easily.
So. Well, actually, no, I don't think the gyrosphere does. I think so. I'm not sure. And because it did take a clubbing blow from a dinosaur and it didn't break. I think.
No, because I remember it cracking. Like just from something fucking stupid, it's cracked.
Or are you thinking of the Lost World where the lady's on the glass
No.
and she's just
No,
going,
there is a toy that shows that there's a hole, like a crack in it, in the front of it.
oh, I don't remember. I'd have to
It
see
says
it again.
battle damage. Battle damage.
Now, bullets were not enough to harm this thing as well. I just want to make that very clear that bullets were shot at the Irex and it did not exactly penetrate. So,
Funny thing.
yeah, it also has a ramming head like a Carnotaurus.
Oh wait, that's
Oh.
from the Indominus Rex. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was
Okay. Confirmed.
I know.
Fuck you.
Okay. So, yeah, so the Irex is super smart, has a crazy durable skin, crazy bite force, can unhinge its jaw. Its claws are crazy, has longer arms. It's supposed now apparently this thing is not fully grown. So it can exceed larger sizes and it's already about like the
One
size
ass
of
kicking toddler.
yeah, it's apparently like the size of Rexy, if not bigger already. So, but to be safe, we're just going to use Jurassic World IREX just from its estimated size in the movie. Not fully grown, and yeah. Now it also has the ability to camouflage as well, so it can literally like blend in with its environment and hide and stuff, and yada yada. Now, getting into King Kong, we saw him take on how many V Rexes? How many of them?
Uh,
3?
I think it was like what 3, 4, 5 at a time. And he's like, fuck it, let's
Yeah.
go.
No, in the 2003, in the 2004,
5,
whatever.
5,
I
5.
know. I'm freaking out right now.
Don't freak out, it's okay.
In the 2005 movie, I think it was about 3.
Okay. Now, of course, King Kong being older, more experienced, I do think King Kong is overall more intelligent, but I think IRX is more crafty and sneaky. I do think IRX has more of a stealth edge compared to King Kong, who's not stealthy. He's just a big fucking gorilla. So now, now I do think what's interesting is that IREX could take a retreat, and trick Kong. But the problem I'm seeing here, and this is what I'm thinking, is you can you can point out like the durable hide and the bulletproof skin or whatever, but King Kong doesn't need to pierce through the skin because all King Kong needs to
Just
do
break.
is break bones and disable limbs. And he doesn't have to hinge its jaw
Ooh,
or break its
no,
jaw.
no, because I just had a fucking idea.
Go ahead.
It can unhinge its jaw, right? What's stopping
Yeah.
him from ripping the muscle?
Yeah, that's true. And also he can just rip out the tongue.
Yeah, rip out the
You know,
tongue, rip the jaw off. Like
We did see that in the movie. I mean, he bit the V-Rex tongue and just went and just ripped it out. It was awesome. But the thing too is that if these two are in a wrestling contest, there's spikes and stuff. There's also the really high risk possibility of the IREX just taking its middle claw on its finger, which is the longest one, and just piercing right through King Kong, potentially stabbing him in the heart. Now we do know King Kong is vulnerable to bullets, whereas IREX is far more durable. But again, the durability in terms of the skin, it kind of doesn't matter in this factor when facing IREX. But in Kong's case, it is because IREX can pierce right through King Kong, cut him, and that could be pretty fatal, especially if the IREX just kind of slithers around and stabs him in the head. We also have to consider the insane bite force of the IREX if it were to stab him on the neck or something, just get like a really crazy lucky shot. But King Kong is so like smart in battle. He's so much more experienced. And I do think the IRX will throw him off just because it's such an oddball creature. But so are the lot of the creatures on Skull Island anyway.
right.
I mean,
Who
there's some
says that he won't notice the abnormality in the arm length and won't just go disable the arms first?
yeah, and I actually think he can just like hammer down with his fist on the IRX's hip and just dislocate the hip or something or break its legs or and plus King Kong can utilize the environment. And if this does take place on Skull Island, let's just say it does, just to make it a very interesting battlefield where IREX can retreat and run and hide and then of course there's flat ground for them to also just wrestle around and shit. Who's to say King Kong can't just take a rock and just slam it down on its leg or take a tree and do something?
Just I'm gonna stub your toe with this rock. Tunk.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, who's to say that, right? And I mean, you have to consider that King Kong has far greater physical strength. I think. I think his strength is just far better. And I do think his blunt force attacks are just going to give the IREX some kind of concussion to some degree. I do think it will be kind of hard, seeing as the head is so bony. I mean, look at that fucking thing. I don't think you're just gonna punch it in the face. It'd be like trying to
I would.
punch a fucking rhino.
I'm
You know
dumb.
what I
I
mean?
would. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I ain't mama didn't raise no bitch.
This is this is really close, but I think I'm gonna give it to King Kong because I think he can just dismantle it by just dislocating parts of the body and plus, who's to say that he can't break the neck? Just because he unhinges its jaw doesn't mean he has to break the jaw. He can literally just pry the neck around and
Right.
twist it. Yeah, I and so he doesn't have to do external damage. He just has to do internal
Right. And
damage.
like I said, what's stopping him from, oh, I'm going to unhinge my jaw, grab bottom jaw, rip off?
And plus, I'm gonna say this: while the IREX is more stealthy, King Kong has better environmental traversal advantage. He can swing around, climb, and jump, and
Not to mention, if it's on Skull Island, he has higher environmental analysis. He knows where he is at all times.
yeah, which battle location is important. I think a lot of people overlook that. But even if this was in Jurassic World, there's still places to traverse. There's still a forest.
I said, dead
You know,
ass. He won't know where he's
there's
at,
still
but he can still
buildings.
move.
There's still buildings to climb. So, I mean, the dude built or not built.
He
He
fucking built
climbed
it.
he climbed the Empire State Building. Yeah, I don't think IREX can do that.
Well,
I'm
I
going
feel
with
like it
King
could.
Kong. I don't think the IREX could. I don't think. I think it's agile. It could climb, but I don't know if it could do that.
I
I
think
mean,
the IREX is going to win.
you think the IREX?
Ooh.
I would like
Yes.
to know why. I'm very curious.
I
Go on.
feel like with all those abilities, like the camouflage could easily get the upper hand
Oh
on Kong.
yeah, yeah. That's some fucked up
And
shit.
like it could still like use its like claws during the invisibility. Like he can easily just go up and like swipe one of his fingers off or something like that.
Yeah,
But
that's
but
and
here
well, the
here's the
thing is
thing.
that it's not like a knife. It's just like it's kind of like the raptor's toe. It
It
more
pointy.
penetrates and so the tip of it and could scratch King Kong, but it won't like cut off fingers or anything. So it's not like
Mm.
a
But like
samurai
But
sword.
here's the
it
thing.
could it could scratch a good part of him.
But I mean, it was like creating huge gashes in fucking concrete and shit.
But like I said,
But it could cause a gash in.
Absolutely, it could gash King Kong. Absolutely, yeah.
here's the thing. As I said, environmental awareness. If Kong knows you're there, he knows you're there.
And plus, we have to consider how impressive is King Kong's smell.
Smell, hearing.
Because I would say, a velociraptor has to have a ridiculous sense of smell as well as a T-Rex, right? Well, actually, I don't know if Rexy has good sense of smell, in Jurassic Park because it is very different from real life.
Right.
Nothing
But
yeah.
the point being is if Kong knows you're there, he knows you're there.
Yeah, but if
Kong
it's
knows. He
camouflage
knows.
but the camouflage is what really is like, ooh. Because I'm with Jacob on that. Like the camouflage and retreating and the stealth approach is going to really fucking throw him off. But I think the surprise attack, he will get hurt. But I mean, King Kong's gonna grab onto Irex. They're probably gonna roll down like a hill or something. I mean, but but regardless of what happens, there's then going to be a wrestling conflict, which
Right.
there is risk of King Kong getting stabbed or bitten. But it's not like he's never been in that kind of tussle before where there is that kind of risk. And plus, the V-Rexes have bitten him directly on the arms and they never broke.
Right. He's just like,
So
oh fuck it. We'll deal with you in a minute. I want to deal with this guy over
Does
here.
the V Rex have any poison?
no, no.
Well,
And I don't think Irex has poison.
no, I think it's just brute strength in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I feel like it does have snake DNA.
Yeah, but not all snakes are
it's not
venomous.
But it's not but the Irex is not venomous according to its power set. There's no venom. The only attributes it carried over was just unhinging it. And the cuttlefish was for
Camo.
camouflage.
John Cena powers.
Yeah.
I've
See,
tried my hardest not to say that, but fuck it.
Oh man. Now I will tell everybody this is super close. I'm going with King Kong. Jacob's going with Irex,
I'm going
and
King
Matt, you're
Kong.
going with King Kong.
Yep.
Okay.
Just like I
Okay,
said,
this is
even if the sneak attack works, as soon as Kong knows you're there, he's aware of your presence. He's just going to do whatever the fuck he can to beat you down.
yeah. Okay. All right, on to the next battle. Now, this is a Jacob battle. I can't
Ju-
remember if I helped him come up with this. I know I made this thumbnail
Just saying,
for him.
I would like to wrap
Go
this
ahead.
up soon. It's
Came up with
already
this
2
battle.
hours.
I'm trying to, okay?
Master!
All
Ow,
right.
that fucking hurt.
I'm
I
having
think you
fun,
came
man.
up with it.
Fucking
All right.
hurt. Damn.
Next, we have Killmonger from the Black Panther movie versus the Ultimate Predator from that shitty Predator movie. Now,
So
I don't like that Predator movie, but this will be very interesting. So I'm going to start this off with Jacob. We're going to speed things up a bit so we can wrap this up, but let's get through these battles.
I don't know shit, so I'm staying out of this.
Okay.
Fucking Marvel nerds and their Marvel battles.
The Ultimate Predator does have the height and weight advantage.
Absolutely. And I
Absolutely,
do think
yeah.
strength as well.
Yeah, yep, and strength. But I feel like Killmonger's suit is more indestructible.
Really?
Yeah, because they're made. I think it's made by the same. I think it's made by Ziri. I think,
Yes, it is. It is made by her.
and we've seen those suits take bullets and a lot of impact force. And if it's this basically like the same blueprint of the suit, Killmonger can use the impact and bounce it back to the Ultimate Predator.
Well, it so the suit absorbs kinetic energy is what it does, and it essentially makes them indestructible. But if it absorbs too much kinetic energy, it can break and tear.
Yeah.
That's how that. The way I see it, I do think Killmonger is more skilled hand to hand. I think the Ultimate Predator is physically stronger, and plus, it's completely naked, but it's like made of technology, so it has all the benefits of Predators, and but it's superior. It has wrist blades and all that shit. It has like this weird nano skin where it can essentially become invulnerable. Um, I'm not. I can't remember how it got killed though. I can't remember because I only saw it once and I didn't like it.
I think they use like Predator's technology against it,
Oh, okay.
and he got tore up.
Now this thing decimated a fucking predator. Like, oh, it's no fucking con.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Killmonger. I think I'm gonna go with Killmonger. I think he's just too skilled, and plus, I mean, he's got
Plus the
Wakanda's.
suit. The
Yeah, I
suit is
mean,
a big plus on it.
yeah, the suit is a big plus, and I do think he can cut the predator with the vibranium.
And
Do it.
he still has the powers of the Black Panther
Yeah, he
with
has
that flower.
yeah, he has the powers of Black Panther too. So we're going with full power Killmonger from Black
Yeah,
Panther.
I'm gonna go with Killmonger.
I am going to as well. All right, we have Wolverine
How about you,
versus
Matt?
Alex Mercer. So, Matt, what do you think of Wolverine versus Alex Mercer? We're not going to talk about this too long.
Quite a conundrum, I would say, since their healing factors are both fucking insane.
One's made of biomass and one is made of
Ass.
flesh and bone, but with
They're
a
both made of
ridiculous
flesh
healing
and
factor.
bone and some ridiculous metal
Well,
of some sort.
Alex Mercer is not made of flesh and bone. He is just biomass. That's all he is.
Oh, that's
He's
right.
just yeah. He
also
all
didn't know that
organic.
he's the one that caused his own fucking mutation, which is fucking no. That's right, because the biomass took the form of Mercer and killed the original Mercer. That's right, and absorbed his memories.
Yep. Yep. Now, this is kind of weird because it's like Alex could absorb the flesh material of Wolverine, but will he just regenerate?
That's one thing that's very perplexing. Because has he been absorbed before?
But then you have to think, does he have to absorb all of Wolverine to gain his memories and knowledge?
Yes, it has to
And
absorb all of his
understanding?
biomass.
Okay, so I'm wondering if he can even make contact with his brain at this point, because the thing is if he goes past the eye, he can then get in contact with his brain material, right? Like his poopy brain matter. And I don't know, that might be contra and because the weakness of Wolverine is his spinal cord and his brain. So, if you behead him or do anything to his brain, he will die. Now concussive force to the head, constant concussive force can actually fuck him up, and you can defeat him. So, and we did talk about this in Ravager vs. Wolverine, which you should go check out. Um, but the thing is I think Wolverine's more skilled. I don't think he's nearly as physically strong. I don't think he's as fast. Now, Wolverine has cut down Celestials, but he's encountering a being made entirely of biomass that can also create metal-like material. Now, it's hard to say whether it's as durable as adamantium, but then you
I
gotta wonder,
mean, it can
could it
literally slice through tanks. So
I mean, you gotta think too, could this absorb the material of adamantium? Because
I mean,
weird.
nothing stopped it so far.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go with Mercer just because I think there's too many physical advantages, and plus, all he has to do is use his club fist and just constantly pound on his head.
True.
And the thing is if he snaps his neck, I think he gets the win.
Right.
Or he could behead him. He could possibly behead him
I mean, and the one thing
with
that
enough
literally
force.
the game
He has
doesn't,
enough strength.
and the one thing the game doesn't address is who says he can't use two of his powers at once? Like you can have a
Exactly.
club arm in one hand, claws on the other, and just smack slash done. They don't.
Yeah.
No one puts that factor in because that's just a gameplay limitation
Well,
of the generation.
nobody ever thinks outside the box.
That is true. Just like
Yep.
how Cole McGrath can apparently grind on biomass.
Exactly.
Fucking
So
hilarious.
yeah, that was so stupid. I'm going with Alex. I'm gonna go with Alex.
It would have to be Alex.
What do you think, Jacob? Alex or Logan?
Alex.
Alex? Okay. I'm about to sneeze.
Bless you.
Damn thee.
Sorry. All right, next we have another Jacob battle. We have Quicksilver versus Quickman. I don't like Quicksilver. I know nothing of Quickman. You guys talk this out.
I don't know shit either. So your point?
Jacob.
They quick
I
as
don't know that
fuck.
we all know that Quicksilver. Who's that?
Good talk.
Did Jacob just choose
It's
a winner?
spoken fast forward.
Oh, he's spoken in Quicksilver. Got it.
Who you going, Jacob? Because I can't say, and Pat can't
Well,
say.
both of them are fast enough to freeze time. Does have a weapon. He has a fast boomerang.
Mm-hmm.
When I ask this to a lot of people, they always like second thought. Oh yeah, Quicksilver dominates him, but no, it takes the time to go over quick.
Yeah, and I know nothing of Quickman, so that's why I can't.
I feel like here's the thing: Quickman is very impulsive. He's also very cocky as well. Well, both of them are pretty cocky in their own way, but I feel like because I feel like the boomerang goes in Quickman's favor,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with Quickman.
Ready. Quickman has been chosen as the winner. Are you guys ready for the next one? We're getting pretty close. We only have three more to do.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's it. Just three more. We're doing this
We'll
real quick.
put this shit at 1.5 times speed.
All right, we have Nightmare versus Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
Nightmare.
Nightmare Soul Calibur. Scorpion from
Nightmare.
wait a minute. Nightmare?
Nightmare. Dude is a literal embodiment of chaos and destruction against I'm a sad boy because some dude killed me. That's literally what Scorpion is. This motherfucker killed me in a tournament. Now I'm pissed off. I want to go kill him.
Well, if we're including these two at their most powerful, which MK11 I think was Scorpion at its strongest.
So Sashi mastered his anger and his pain.
This to me is really tricky because I think Scorpion's more skilled, quicker. I think it's really tricky. I think Nightmare is overall more powerful. I think he can cover a lot more area, considering for one, he has a giant sword, and two, there is Soul Wave. He can just create a giant wave of energy that can just reap your souls. You know, it's or reap souls and shit. It's fucking nuts. Um, so I don't know if he can reap Scorpion's soul. He could. Um,
I mean,
but
Quan
I
Chi
mean,
could. And
now I
Shang
want to know what
Tsung
you guys
could.
think. I want to know what you guys think of Scorpion being in hell and getting stronger. Is that a legit thing, or that is Death Battle talking bullshit? Because
Well,
Rico told me that's not a legit.
no. Depends on which timeline you want to discuss, Mike.
Oh God. Okay, well, we're going with MK11 Scorpion.
No, because I don't think he ever died. He could never enter the nether realm.
Okay,
because his soul got put back in his body.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the events of MKX, when Sonya Blade was battling Quan Chi and Raiden was reviving Johnny Cage, all surrounding revenants, which were Jax, Scorpion, and Sub Zero, when Raiden did his spell, it somehow returned those guys' souls.
It's
Interesting.
somehow Scorpions got involved, which is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Rico told me he was more powerful in MK11, but now
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
because he mastered his anger.
interesting.
Now he has joyful flames, not hateful flames.
It's still nonetheless deadly.
I'm gonna give this slightly to Nightmare. I think it's pretty close, but give it to Nightmare.
I've already stated my piece on Nightmare. I mean, he also literally turns into Inferno, which is like a godlike being, but you know.
And plus, he has the Night Terror form, and
Yeah.
but but if we exclude the Night Terror form, then
It'd probably be
still think-
Scorpion.
I think it'd be Nightmare, yeah, but not by much. I think it'd be. Jacob, what do you think?
Scorpion.
You think Scorpion? Okay.
He wants
All
that
right, on to the
Scorpion
next one.
body pillow.
We have General Grievous versus Doctor Nefarious.
Grievous, I'm sorry. What does Nefarious actually do in the Ratchet and Clank games besides plot
He's-
and that one time he froze Clank?
He can do a lot of shit, I guess. In terms of the boss fight, he's got a lot of shit going on, but
But without any of that, what truly is Dr. Nefarious?
exactly. I'm going with General Grievous. Although this is a cool idea, but man, a lot of people want this fucking fight.
It's the fact that you take away the gadgets and who is going to come out on top? Grievous. He's four-armed.
And he's too fast.
He's way too fucking fast.
I think it's too. Jacob, who you going?
Give us
Our choice. All right. Our last battle:
Oh,
Iron Head versus the Slender Man.
it's a draw because neither can die.
I don't know. All right, guys, this is gonna
I
piss
think
you off.
Slender
But I
Man.
know nothing of these characters.
All right. Here's the thing. They both have to touch you. Okay, so here's the thing. What if they just touch
$10
each other?
PP touch?
No, Mike.
$10
Jesus
Oh.
Christ! Not everything involves dick touches.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry.
See, here's the thing. Siren Head can mimic voices and shit. So why can't Siren Head just leave Slender Man into a trap and just, hi, hello, puny man?
Yeah,
Thing.
I don't exactly know what they do.
Slender
the
Man can
games.
teleport. It also depends on what.
Teleport.
Here,
Oh, but you can't look at them.
you can't. Or else he fucks
Yeah,
your brain up, and then you turn into a microwave.
But does Siren Head have eyes? That's the question. Could you just look at
No.
him?
He's sirens.
So he has echolocation or something. Dude. That's what's going on.
I don't know. I haven't looked at a picture of Siren Head in fucking forever.
He looks fucking weird. He's got sirens and mouths inside the sirens, and he looks like a walking tree.
That's why I love
Creepy as
Siren Head. He's so fucking
For
weird,
fast.
my dude.
I know.
Yeah,
He's insanely fast.
Siren Head has no eyes, so yes, confirmed. Cannot look at Slender Man.
All right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, get dark by the toe. Going with Siren Head. I don't know.
Slendy man.
You going with Slendy? Okay.
Oh no, Slender Man did influence 2 girls to try to kill another girl.
Hmm.
Do you not know about the Siren Head, the Slender Man case?
I know. I know nothing of Slender. I just chose this
2
battle.
girls convinced one of their friends to come into the woods with them, and they stabbed her 27 times to try to enter Slender Man's mansion.
He 8 stab wounds.
Yeah.
For some
Thankfully,
reason, I
she
thought
lived, and those 2 are now probably in prison still.
when you screamed 2
In their
girls,
cells.
my brain automatically went to 2 girls in 1 cup.
Mike, you need therapy.
I do. Yeah, I don't know who wins.
I would just
But-
honestly call this a draw because technically neither of them can die.
All right.
Yeah, bro. I actually have one more.
Okay,
Make it
go
quick,
ahead.
minion.
So, like I said, we were going to mention Ralph. I
Uh-huh.
have Ralph from the Rampage movie versus Fenrir from Thor Ragnarok.
I am going with Fenrir because
It's
he is
Fenrir.
literally
He's the guardian
Well,
of hell.
well,
and
this
realms.
is Marvel's Fenrir.
I don't know shit
MCU.
about that.
Yeah, and I mean, he literally overpowers Hulk, which Hulk can punch a giant serpent-like creature with ease and kill it, and Ralph is never going to show any kind of strength like that, and I'm going to go with Fenrir. And plus, he's more supernatural, which I think is superior to science. So I'm going with Fenrir.
Alrighty.
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 So,
All right, guys. I think we're going to end this one off. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are back with We're About Everything. If you guys enjoyed this, consider ding-donging that notification bell so you don't miss anything. Like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast. Mike, off your screen, along with Jacob and Matt, and we'll see you guys soon.
See ya.
Bye!